I'm the Looker 204. Here we are for Prologue number 2. The D&Lgaming. We have the dingiest of scrolls. We have Johnny, Arg, and our DM, Sage. Welcome aboard, guys. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, doing good.
Fantastic.
Hello,
better than you'll be in a
everybody.
few
How's
minutes.
it going?
Oh, Sage, what'd you say?
I said I'm better than you guys will be in a few minutes.
Ooh, spicy. Okay, I dig it. I dig it. So, Sage, the floor is yours.
Okay. Well, let's start with just kind of a really quick recap from last week. So your little motley crew was called to a country to the north, or a province to the north called Ravenhurst, where you were called to investigate a nameless evil that has been abducting the populations of small hamlets. When you arrived there, you found out that the Lord's nephew had just returned from one of the recent attacks and was wounded and delirious. In the middle of the night, you heard his last words as he screamed out, "They are many," or "They are legion," I think is what he said.
Air Legion.
There we go. His sister warned you that night that you should leave this land, run away, and don't come back, basically, and told you about a legend of cannibal giants called the Janu. The next morning, when you spoke to the Lord, Edsel, he told you this was superstitious nonsense and to put it out of your mind. You left and went to a small town named Craigspire, which had been the most recently attacked village. You found tracks, you found destruction, you found little droplets of blood, but not really much sign of a organized resistance or a massacre. After a brief fight with some scavenging wolves, you found a young woman in the rubble who more or less echoed exactly what the young nobleman said, that they were legion, right before expiring. So I think we're just going to pick up right there with you guys still in Craigspire. And yeah, I'm going to turn it back over to you folks. This young lady is now expired. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, I'm sitting there a little gobsmacked that we're, there's no bodies here except for this young woman. And while there was a couple, I guess the wolves were eating them. But it's like, yeah, we found the drag marks. We found that there's a trail out of town, and it looks like if we want to find out what's going on, we got to follow the trail.
I think we should me and Looker should investigate this girl because she died in our lap to see if we can figure out what caused the death.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
We have to make a defensive plan because if we're going to be attacked by these things, we need to make sure that we're prepared.
Yeah.
And ready for defensive action somehow. Yeah, because we're going to be outnumbered.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so to see what kind of damage she has sustained to be able to tell how she died, why she died, what kind of roll am I doing here? A 20?
Yeah, it'll be a D20. We'll call it a medicine check.
Uh-oh. Medicine checks never go well for us.
Okay.
I got a 5.
I'll roll that as well because I'm right there. And let's pull up my trusty dusty blue die. I'll give that a roll. I got less than dingy.
Oh. You guys think she died of scurvy.
Ooh.
Scurvy. You silly MFers. Let me take a look. I'll roll mine.
You gotta come closer. Okay.
Yeah, I walked over and I saw you guys doing that. I rolled a 13 plus 1. That's 14.
There you go. She died largely due to a combination of shock, malnutrition, and exposure. Again, it's pretty cold in the mountains. She's wearing tattered rags. She probably hasn't eaten since the attack. And, like, let's be honest, she's probably dealing with a fair amount of shock.
Fair. Does she
Okay.
have? Does she have any like pockets or anything that looks like a value? Like that, books, valuables, anything?
Healing potions.
Sadly, her tattered rags do not have pockets.
Okay, okay. Um, then
Well, we are in a village, and you did use a couple of your healing potions, so maybe we should try and find the what might have been an apothecary here in this village, and see if there's anything of leaning towards healing potions in there.
I think we're in the only building that isn't burned down, though.
Or
Well,
no,
they-
there's one up here.
Okay, okay. So let's split up. Gear. If you want to head to the top building with Johnny, what's your character's name?
Gremlin.
Gremlin. You two head up there, and then Dingy and I will investigate this one while we're there. And by the time you get there, you guys can investigate that one.
We're going up to the top?
Top right
Yeah, you
building.
guys are heading up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want a
Okay.
bonfire.
And then in the meantime, can I do a perception check?
Sure, please do.
I got a 13 plus. What is my perception? 3, so 16.
And what are we look? We're just looking for
Just in,
undamaged.
Nat 20.
in this house.
Yeah, well, me and Looker are just looking in this house, and I got a nat 20.
Okay.
See if
You-
there's any kind of like healing stuff or.
Okay. You kind of toss the place underneath the bed, which is up top here. Yeah. You guys kind of flip the bed, and you see a little hatch that looks like it leads to like a cellar or something.
Ooh, is it locked?
It is.
Can I try to pick the lock?
Do you have thieves' tools?
I have a
N-
dagger.
No.
I should be able to pick it with a tool. With a.
No, there's thief
dagger?
tools.
Oh, is there?
Can I?
You can try with the dagger. You'll just have disadvantage.
So roll
Okay,
twice.
so I
Option
shall
2 is you
roll a
try to
20.
brute force it, but
Pardon me?
option 2 is you try to brute force it.
Yeah, you try to roll the dagger. I'll brute force it if you don't get it.
Okay. Okay. Brute force it.
Brute force.
Yeah.
Boot fuck it. So with a 7 plus 2. So
Yeah, that sucker's not budging.
If you guys need help, I can come back.
well, search your
Okay, can
room.
I try and brute force it because the dagger didn't work?
I got the spike end of my axe to give it a grind.
Yeah, if there's nothing in your guys' room, then we'll come and we'll call it for you guys, and you guys can come back. Because technically, you couldn't
Sure.
hear us right now, right?
Yeah, we just left. We're gonna investigate this other place.
Yeah. So Dingy, you
Yeah.
roll for brute force, and then we'll give them the table
13.
plus your
Plus
strength.
your strength.
Plus my strength. That is plus 4. 17.
Yeah, you pop the lock off. Turns out it doesn't lead down to a cellar. It's just a small little cubby underneath the house.
Is there anything in there?
There is. There's a large bundle swaddled in burlap cloth.
Okay. What's in the
Because
bundle?
I'm peeking down there. Yeah, can we see what's in the bundle?
Yeah, as you unwrap it, there's a couple of things. There is a longsword. I'm just gonna bear the lead here. A +1 magical longsword.
Hey, thank you for the biddies.
You didn't
And
meet
a
yourself.
+1 set of half plate armor. And 3 healing potions.
Ooh.
You get the impression that this lady here lived with probably someone who's a bit of a town warrior who never got back to his gear in time.
So I think, Looker, you should take the healings, all 3 of them.
Okay.
And I think we just take the longsword with us and the half plate. What does the +1 mean for people that are new in the back?
That will give you a +1 on your to hit bonus and +1 to your damage. And
Okay.
if there's any enemies that are immune to magical damage, a magical +1 sword will hit them anyways.
Okay. Okay. Is it a two-hand
Okay.
weapon or a one-handed weapon?
A longsword can be used in 1 or 2 hands.
Okay, I think I might take that then.
Okay.
Okay. In one hand, it does a D8 damage. If you wield it with 2 hands, it's a D10.
Okay, one hand D8, two hand D10.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus your strength, of course.
Yeah.
And then with the armor, it's just +1 to whatever your armor class would be with that armor.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool.
Okay.
It seems to like shimmer just a little bit when you hold it to the light.
We'll give the floor to Gear and Gremlin.
Nice.
All right. We open the door and walk into this place, and we're looking to see if there's anything of value that we could take on our journey.
All right. At first glance, the room looks empty, but investigate or perception, whichever you prefer.
Investigate or perception. Hold on a second. Let me check mine.
Perception's my better. So I roll, and it's 13 plus 3 is 16.
16.
16.
Okay.
Okay, so my perception is 13. Or
Okay.
sorry, my perception is +3, and my passive perception is 13. Is that what it? What do I do?
You roll a d20 and add your perception.
Oh,
not
I
your
see.
passive perception.
D20. Right here. Natural 1. Fuck.
You walk into a low-hanging shelf.
It
And
would
you
have
don't
to
see
be. I'm
squat.
sure.
I know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
amazing
pretty
how
low
low the
shelf.
shelves were. However, Gear, with your 16, you do notice a loose floorboard.
All right. I will pry it up and look inside.
Okay. There's actually a couple. When you pry the first one, you kind of see the second one comes up. Third one, basically 3 planks come up. It looks like they weren't nailed down, like someone had just kind of slatted them down.
Sure.
And inside, you see a dead body.
Ooh. You hear
That's
from another
interesting.
building?
I poke it with a stick.
Is it does it look like it was just placed there? Is it damaged, or is it like ceremoniously there somehow?
No, it is damaged. We'll piggyback off your roll. You get the impression this person might have been injured and crawled under here during the attack and kind of put the boards up to try and protect himself or hide himself.
And died in place.
And died under here, yeah.
All right. So, what kind of person is it? Old, young, man, woman?
He looks to be a, youngish fighting age man, 25 to 30, somewhere in that ballpark. He's not wearing armor. He has all manner of slashes and bites on him.
Oh, lovely.
And he's kind of got a pool of blood that's accumulated under him.
Slashes and
Can I examine the bite wounds and try to figure out what bit him?
You can certainly try.
Me too.
Perception, right? So draw.
We'll call that a medicine check, just because
Medicine?
we're analyzing a dead body here.
Yeah.
Medicine. I rolled a 15 plus 1 is 16.
16?
Yeah, better than mine.
Okay. So the bite marks, you're kind of using your fingers to try and measure how big they are. Look like they're made by something humanoid, probably medium-sized, with sharp teeth, and like there are chunks of meat that have just been ripped right off the bone.
Whew.
Ooh.
I'm not liking this because it
How
sounds
many,
like
how many
zombies.
bites? Lots?
Yeah, he's got at least 3 like serious ones where like pieces are missing.
This is pretty scary stuff.
Okay, I'm not feeling this here because this is a body that's laying here after I think a zombie attack's gone on. Can we burn the body or something, or like what do we need to do to get like this? I don't want to be next to this body right now.
It
I
might
mean-
be a good idea. Let's drag it outside and put it into the fire.
I was gonna say you've already got fire there, so yeah, if you want to burn the body, go for it.
Before we throw it in there, is there anything in its pockets?
Yeah, there we go.
He has a very nice dagger, still sheathed, tucked into his belt. It's not magical; it just looks really nice.
A really nice regular dagger.
Yeah.
You're the
I'll
one that
take it.
found it, bro.
I'll take the dagger and let's burn the body.
Okay.
I help gear pull the body out, and I guess we drag it outside.
Yeah.
Throw it in
You
the
guys grab
fire.
the arms and legs and just kind of yeet him onto the next burning thing.
Okay. There was 2 rooms in that building. Did we
Yep.
toss them both, or did we investigate them both, or should we investigate the next one?
I'm gonna
I
say
want
your
to
roll
burn
kind
the
of covered
body
both of them.
first.
Sure. Let's.
It's like priorities here. I don't want this thing eating us while we're searching.
No, we already burned it.
Okay, good. Let's go back and look at more things.
Yeah, let's be thorough with the village.
Well, no, he said that there was a second board that you guys didn't lift.
No, there was 3 boards that this guy pulled over top of himself to hide.
Yeah.
And then he died underneath them.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but
thought
we
there were
didn't
like
look
2 separate ones.
They were just.
So let's go look at the second room.
Okay,
I guess we're doing a perception again, eh?
go for it.
Fuck, I'm rolling a different dice.
17 plus 3, 20.
A dirty 20.
Ooh.
Okay. You find just like a little, I guess, journal, for lack of a better word, small book. It's just a leather-bound book with a little chicken scratch handwriting in it.
While they're investigating, I'm gonna start making my way out of this house and heading towards the building to our right.
Okay.
I will follow.
I should ask. Excuse me. I should ask. Do you guys just kind of leave Nat lying on the floor, or the lady lying on the floor here?
Ooh, I look at Dingy and I believe in an honorable burial. So I propose to him that we bury the body.
I say we burn it.
Okay.
When we're walking to the second house, we're gonna share that we found a body that was all bitten up,
yeah.
and when
we meet
we're
up,
gonna share that. We're gonna share before you guys take, 10, 20 minutes to bury a body. I'm gonna share that I don't think it's wise to bury anything. I think it needs to burn.
But Gear, she died of natural causes from injuries and stress, not from vampire bites or zombie bites.
Can you guarantee that?
If we dig a deep enough hole.
There might be just something in the air. Like, let's not trust this. I don't like death around zombies. It's not a good thing to happen.
Agreed. But from a monastery background, I do believe it's essential that unless we know it's a zombie or vampire, we should bury it. So let's compromise, gentlemen. How about
burn half of it? Let's burn the top half.
We'll stab it in the heart and bury it 6 feet deep.
How about we bury it and light it on fire while it's underneath?
Its brains in then, and then we'll bury it.
We'll dig the hole. How about this? We dig the hole, light her on fire, and then we cover her.
Okay. I'm going to start digging in protest of what they're saying.
Yes, we'll burn your ashes.
Yeah, I'm digging a hole. Do I have to do a strength check?
No. You've got time. I guarantee there are tools scattered around, so...
Okay.
Any idiot can dig a hole. I'm sure you can manage.
Hey!
Fucking rolling that one.
Is there any other houses to search?
Most of them are pretty burnt out, but you're welcome to look if you want.
I guess that's a perception.
Yep.
You guys should move your characters to where...
20-sided.
Move your characters to where you want to check.
20.
Okay. So with a nat 20, you managed to find some foodstuffs, some rations you can take with you, some bread, some apples. There's nothing
Excellent.
really useful. You find some hand tools. I don't know how those will benefit you, but you find some.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I get the sense that there's just nothing here. It's a pretty small and poor village. You guys found the interesting stuff.
I eat some food.
It is surprisingly tasty compared to like the trail rations you've been eating a lot of lately.
I start
Awesome.
murmuring a prayer as my hole is now complete. And I roll the body in. Would anybody like to do the honors of stabbing her in the heart?
Can I just throw a match in there?
Well, we got to be graceful, my friend. This is a human at one point.
Yes, but people get cremated. It's essentially the same thing.
I hop into the
What
hole.
steps?
I grab a dagger out of my belt and I stab it firmly into the heart.
Okay.
I'm still standing
Okay.
here with my matches ready.
Gotta say, Cassa's outlook on humans is surprisingly enlightened for an elf.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I don't have the same feelings for a human.
I grew up in a monastery, gentlemen. I'm trying to stay true to me.
Fair enough.
So can I hop?
They won't be bitten, so I want to
burn
throw
the
this match
body.
in there. Yeah.
Can I hop out of the hole and start burying her?
Someone can drop a match. You can start burying.
Oh,
I'm dropping the
I
match.
swat the match out of his hand. I firmly look at him in an aggressive manner, like fuck around and find out, and I continue
I'm
to
in.
shovel.
I bring out my Reaper and I'm ready to fuck around
I just continue to shuffle.
as I bring another match out.
Okay, well, I jump in the hole and just chop off the head and say,
I'm just watching.
Mortified, I
my-
gasp.
My whole thing is, as a journeyer, I'm just watching you guys interact, and it's very interesting. Kind of got a smirk on my face.
yeah, well, I jump into the grave and I just chop off the head. You can go
I
ahead
can
and
see-
kill me if you want to. Go ahead and bury the body now.
In
I can see that
disgust, I keep
Gamlin is very
shoveling.
creeped out by dead.
Yeah, you let me know when I'm done shoveling, and then we can make way.
Okay.
You're done
right.
shoveling.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we head this way because if I remember correctly, this is the way that the blood trail went.
Now, before we go, we should have a good marching order. I am not stealthy in full plate.
I'm pissed
I'm not
off and
stealthy
stealthy.
either.
I'll bring up the rear. I'm happy bringing up the rear. I'm slow anyway.
Yeah, I kind of storm off ahead, kind of mad at everybody in a stealthy, sneaky fashion.
Sure, make me a stealth check. Let's see how stealthy you are.
That is 9.
You're tiptoeing as lightly as you can, but your stealth is kind of undercut by you under your breath going, "Stupid motherfuckers!" every 2 minutes.
Stepping on 6.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. Okay. Then yeah, let's roll.
Okay, I'm gonna, as we go, I'm just gonna keep my longbow in my hand.
Okay.
I'm not like knocking it or anything, but I'm ready. I'm ready to rumble, and I'm just being alert.
Okay.
I'm
Is it
going to have
daytime?
Yeah, I
the
think we're all
longsword
doing that. I
out.
got my crossbow ready.
You guys are all basically equipping your ranged weapons.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to have my longsword out and then offer the half plate to anybody else that wants it.
Yeah, I think I have better armor with the full plate.
Yeah, I have better armor with the full plate.
I got full plate myself and a shield
Okay.
if I need it.
Okay, so the looker's the only one that doesn't have any armor and he can't use that kind of armor.
I flock my
No.
cape around and call you pussies as I angrily continue forward.
We can.
Stepping on all
we
the
should.
sticks.
I'll carry the armor if no one wants it, because I think it would be worth something if we can get out of this.
I think so too. I was just going to hold on to it, but yeah, that works. One of us
You-
hold on to it.
Yeah, I'll
Now-
strap it to my back.
Not to micromanage, how are you going to carry a full set of armor on the side? And still have
Oh,
your
is that
hands free?
Yeah. I'm not going to take it. We'll just leave it.
It's
Don't
very
we
nice
have, like,
armor. It's just, yeah, it's kind of bulky.
Okay, then I got a question. Which
Yeah.
one's better, the half plate that is enchanted or my full armor?
What's your dexterity modifier?
My dex modifier is a 2.
They will give you both the exact same amount of armor, but one looks prettier.
That's armor. Let's
Yeah,
roll, guys.
Oh, yeah, just drop it and go. I don't need to look pretty.
I don't
I'm a
need it.
battle vet.
I'd rather if it's a half plate. Well, in the zombie thing, I'd rather have my arms covered with full plate than walk around with just my things exposed.
Yeah.
I love that you
I'm
guys assume it's zombies.
I just am.
Or vampires.
something was eating these humans, so it's got to be something of that nature.
Wolves.
Full. Well, it was humanoid that chewed the person we had.
They would still have the same kind of mouth or same kind of bite as a human would
No
if
way.
they hit with only their front. With their front?
You guys are having this debate while you're marching.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I was the one that saw the bites. I measured with my fingers, and
And
it
burned the
was
body
it
before
was
you could get a
gouged
second
out like it was bitten. It wasn't these fangs. It was that's what it was. I saw it with my own eyes.
Silly little man, you have tiny hands. It could have been an ant compared to you.
I'm just laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. We're walking, we're following this trail, keeping our eyes out. Is it daytime?
Zombies?
What time of day is it?
That's what I'm trying to think right now. You guys got there you got there about mid-afternoon. You guys
Okay.
probably spent at least a couple hours looking around, so it's probably closing in on like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, evening.
Which way are we
Ooh.
heading? Are we heading back towards Ravenhurst or are we heading away from it?
Further
We're
away.
heading away. Okay.
Yeah, and it's started. Okay, what time is nightfall?
It'll probably start getting dark. Well, the sun will start setting around 8:30. It'll be pitch black by around 10.
Ooh, we probably shouldn't go too far then. We should probably make camp and be defensible.
Yeah, let's find like some sort of cave if we can or something.
Yeah. A cave would be perfect.
Yeah.
A cave would be perfect. I don't know that there's any along your path though.
Okay,
Well,
fair.
Any sort of
Any kind of
hillocks
rock
that we can go up,
formations?
any cover.
There's 3 people talking. I have no idea what anyone just said.
D&D asked, would it be a survival check?
You could roll a survival check to see if there's likely to be a cave nearby.
Okay.
That won't make one appear, but
4, 6. I don't see shit.
I'm looking just to see if there's any sort of defensible position that we could make camp in. I roll
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
natural
looking
one.
for.
and
Oh, I'm rolling. Okay, don't roll that dice. Roll this one. 15. So that's going to be what is is a survival?
survival, I think is what we're going with.
That's +1, so 16.
Okay. Well, you don't find any caves. You do find a nestle of pine trees, about 4 pine trees that are very, very close together. You figure you could set up camp underneath them, and you'd have at least some semblance of protection. It'd be pretty hard for a group to get entirely behind you.
Let's set up camp here, guys. I'll take first watch in trance.
I don't believe that.
What's the weather like? Do we want a fire for the cold, or can we live without a fire?
It will be getting chilly. I mean, the giant probably won't care much, but everyone else will probably feel it.
Yeah, I'm good in the cold.
I think we light a small fire, not to attract anything, but enough to keep the little heat that we need.
You know what we can do is we can dig
Tunnel?
a hole, and then we can dig a
Build a
little
lean-to.
vent for it, and we could build a fire in the hole so it's very not visible, but
Yeah,
it
and
throws
then
out some heat.
build a little bit of a lean-to to so that it can't be seen from 360 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could see that working.
Okay.
Like I said, with how close the pine trees are, that does a lot of the heavy lifting for you already.
Good.
Yeah.
So just so you know, is the path that we've been following fairly obvious?
Oh yeah, you get the impression that whatever made this trail was not at all concerned about being followed.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I am
Okay.
going to give you the benefit of doubt and assume that you're setting up the lean-to so that the direction you're going is the direction the fire is blocked from.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, we're going to block it from as many angles as possible, but
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to sit in front of the fire. I'm cold resistant, so it's just enough room for you three to stay warm.
Okay. Well, I lean up against the tree, but close to the fire, and I begin trancing.
Okay. So you're taking? Are you just taking first watch, or are you going to keep watch the entire night?
I'll keep watch the whole night because I can trance.
Okay.
you
Then
trusted this guy before.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Like he's just like these creatures showed up and they're like, "Hey, we're here to kill you," and he's like, "Oh, welcome to our cave."
in fairness, that game wasn't canon, so I wouldn't hold that against him.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, DM.
I'm still holding it
Everybody gets
against
one.
him.
And people learn.
Hey, we trust this elf. I mean, he wanted to leave a body in a zombie apocalypse.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah. Well, I know what I saw.
Yeah.
I love that we're level 1 and we've already upgraded this to the apocalypse.
Well, entire villages are clearing out. That's not far from a catastrophe.
Definitely catastrophe. Still not sure about Armageddon yet.
All right, so
Armageddon comes when catastrophe is left unchecked.
While they
Touche,
bicker,
sir.
I
Touche.
trance.
Yeah, I will have my long rest, even though I don't even need it. But yeah, there it goes. Sleep.
I will have my long rest as
I
best
will
I
also.
can. I'll try to keep a half an eye open, but I'm probably gonna sleep and snore and rattle about.
Fair enough.
Can I be in a light sleep in case if something comes?
There's
I'm not sure you can consciously control that, but I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Figured it was worth a shot.
Casa, I'm going to break this into 2 different perception checks, 2 4-hour blocks of time overnight, okay?
Okay.
So, perception check for the first 4 hours.
5 plus 3 is 8.
It's sure a pretty night out.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it. I'm sure you didn't miss anything important.
Okay.
Okay, for the second 4-hour block of the night.
14 plus 3, 17.
There we go. You hear a couple of sets of crunching footprints,
Ooh.
and you kind of peer out from under the trees. And remember those big old wolves you were looking at before?
Yep.
When you were fighting last game? You see a couple of them. They are actually coming from the direction you guys are walking towards you. But you're 95% sure they look right at you. Then they look over their shoulder and they just keep going. And they are kind of moving at a pretty good clip.
Do I get the impression they pose a threat to me?
No. They seem to be very much getting away from something else.
I kind of gander over at my comrades, and they're just beautiful and asleep, and I just go back into my trance.
don't let us die, Looker.
I was just thinking, fucking wake us up.
Hey, I don't hear nothing. All I hear is these.
He didn't have the heart to wake you. But you guys all wake up the following morning.
Oh, thank God.
Can I announce to them my findings?
Yeah, by all means.
Gentlemen, while you guys were beautifully resting, I noticed a small pack of wolves, It looks like they were running from something. They walked right past us. They show no interest in us as if they were hungry, nor as if we were a threat. I think there's something afoot ahead.
Behind.
Well,
Something
There
several
are.
feet ahead.
They
Wouldn't
came
that be
from where
coming from behind us? Because they came from where we were. And we were down here.
No, they were coming from the direction you guys are going.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. So, guys,
Uh-huh.
I think there's something there that is scaring out packs of wolves. Or
Yeah,
so arm yourselves. Let's pack up camp and cautiously head in that direction.
absolutely. It's as stealthy as we can go.
Can
This
I?
is
I'll have my crossbow ready with my shield on my back and my axe on my hip.
Can I roll a stealth to lead the team?
Sure, go for it.
14 plus 3. Let's go.
Okay.
17.
All right. Yeah, that'll work. So you kind of guide people where the softest places to walk are. It takes you actually not that much longer, maybe another hour or two of walking before you arrive on a bit of an overlook at the edge. If you remember, the wastes are this area
Sorry.
up
Yeah.
here, right? And looking down, you guys see what looks like the remnants of what was once a city.
Oh.
Mhm.
If anybody wants to make a history check to see if they remember anything about a city like this,
History.
I will roll.
I'll make a history check.
go for it.
A natural 1 minus 1, so I got a 0.
What's a city?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay.
I might as well give it a shot.
I got a nat 20.
Oh. All right. A moment of clarity from the monk. You read something about this in your monastery.
Oh.
This is an old human city called Kritka. If you remember correctly, it was actually at one point a very wealthy city because there is a series of mines along the cliffs here that they pulled precious gems out of. They were the main trading partner of Ravenhurst, which is why Ravenhurst was so well off after the war. Now it's kind of a ruined rubble.
Okay. Is there any way for us to climb down?
Yep, absolutely. There's even like a little pathway you guys can take that slowly, gently winds down.
So I'll stay about 20 yards ahead of the group and start making my way ever so sneaky like.
20 yards or 20 feet? There's a big difference there.
20 yards is 60 feet, so I'll go with that answer.
Okay, so you're way ahead.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I will put away my new shiny sword that I just found, and take out my crossbow just in case.
Okay.
And we.
Yeah, I've got my crossbow equipped at all times, except when I'm gonna charge into battle. So
Can we see if this is where the wolves came from?
You're not sure necessarily if it's where they came from, but it is the right
Or did they
direction.
run through it?
You make a survival check and see if you see any wolves, or any wolf footprints, I should say. It'll be kind of
120.
tricky. This is kind of rocky terrain.
18.
Okay, I got a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, you see some footprints that could well be from the wolves. So it seems like it is a reasonable assumption that they moved on from this direction.
Did they come from down in the mines, can we tell? As Looker's already on his way down that way?
You're not close enough to the mines to check. I will point out, as you kind of get down there, you notice that there's a very thick fog that's really hindering your guys' visibility.
Is that kind of a fog
Into the
surrounding
mist.
Kritka completely?
Yes, it is making it almost impossible to see the city from ground level. You can see roughly 20 feet ahead of you at a time.
Is it a natural looking fog or something that doesn't seem right?
Menacing?
Well, okay. How does one define a menacing fog? I'm not a meteorologist, so I'm asking for a friend.
Is there any supernatural like color to it? Is it just a gray fog, or is it some sort of fiery fog or cold fog or?
No, not fiery.
Okay, well, I say we continue down, gentlemen. Oh,
I
Yeah,
think Booker, you should move closer to us because we can only see 20 feet in front of us. So if you get taken, we won't know it.
Yeah,
Okay.
stay close.
If I can't see 20 feet in front of me, I'm going to get my shield and my axe out. I'm not going to start firing blindly at things I can't see.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm hauling out my quarterstaff.
I'll slow down and let them catch up to me.
I'm going to take out the longsword and be ready because we can't see far in front of us.
Yeah, so we're coming from down here.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so I'm sorry,
Pretty
did
much be back to back, so we can't get surrounded.
Okay, so
I'm going to split
Yeah,
the difference, something like that.
Let's try and stick from building to building in case we have to dodge in and we can defend on the inside of a building.
Let's see if we can see where the most defensible place is, so that if it comes to it, we can all agree to come to a defensible spot.
Yeah, I absolutely.
Okay. What could we see from where we're standing?
Oh,
We're still following the trail, right?
No, I think we just got to the place.
yeah.
Well, there is
Can
still a
me
trail.
and the other dwarf see a little bit farther because we have the dark vision, or does the fog just hinder our dark vision?
Yeah, the fog will hinder. Dark vision won't let you see through fog, sadly.
Yeah, we're
That's more obscured, not.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure who had asked, but
We're following
there
a
is
trail.
still a trail to follow.
Yeah, so it's just trying to make sure that it's not like, is it many trails that converged into one, or is it still just like one solid trail?
It's still one solid trail, but that one solid trail is many sets of footprints and drag marks.
Understood. I just didn't want to think we're walking into a ruined city, and the idea of being surrounded is starting to get to me.
That's fair. I was hoping somebody would have that feeling.
Yeah.
So I think somewhere around here would be a defensible spot where we could all just like hang out, or like somewhere around here, or like or somewhere around here where a choke point where all we can be like back to back.
Well, it sort of depends where the trail goes because we don't know where we're going. So we want to try and stick to like the whole point is we want to understand what the threat is and report back to Lord Edsel, right?
I'm gonna move forward 10 feet.
Okay.
So hopefully everybody moves forward 10.
Oh yeah, I'll be sticking with you.
What's this big hole? Do I see it?
Is that a well?
Yeah, you see it moments before you just about step into it, but you catch yourself and look down. Yeah, it looks like this might have been like a major water source for the town.
Okay.
Or one of the many.
Okay, well, can we look inside, see if there's anything down there? Is there a bucket or anything to pull up?
Well, this well is about 10 feet across, so there's no like string and bucket. Looking down, even with your dark vision, you cannot see the bottom. It is deep.
I kick a pebble down to see and count how many seconds it takes to go splash or clunk.
Okay. So yeah, you drop it.
What's up with the stealth if you're gonna make noise?
Pebble's still falling.
Oh my goodness!
Clatter. Hits the bottom.
Oh, that hit rock. That didn't hit water.
It did not hit water. It hit rock.
Yeah. So well is well dried up.
Wow.
I'm assuming if we're walking this way, that's the way the trail is.
You can assume that, but the trail goes this way.
Oh, the trail goes this way.
I think since we're here and we should be able to see this house here, that we should investigate in through these windows here to see if we can see what happened inside this house. Since we're already right here.
Well, hold on.
The whole city is ruined.
But we can't. We can only see 20 feet in front of us, so we have to presume that we can just see the corner of the
We
building.
if there's buildings, we at least got to kind of check out what's in the buildings to see if we can see whatever we can see.
Yeah.
Leave no
Yeah, yeah.
stone unturned.
Okay.
Oh,
I
there's going to be
vote
many
we come
stones
and
left
check
in
this
the turn.
building here.
Yeah, I'll come to the corner.
I think we should all stick together. I don't think we're gonna go split up in here.
No,
That's
absolutely
a
not.
solid plan.
Uh. Okay.
Okay.
In-
So, just at first glance, you will recall the Great War was roughly 15 years ago. This city was destroyed during that. So this house was probably destroyed 15, 20 years ago.
Oh.
Looking inside, there is a space in the middle that looks like it has been excavated, as if someone had bored down through the floorboards and down into the ground underneath.
How much of this wall is still standing? Like, can we fully see inside of this place, or like we try and peer through windows?
In one place, you could probably step over the rubble and get into the house.
Okay. From my explorer's pack, I'm gonna pull out a torch and light it,
Okay.
and I'll hold that in my left hand.
Okay. Yeah. By all means.
Okay, and then I will start to climb over this wall into the house ever so gingerly. Can I roll a stealth check?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just pulling up a die. Let's go. Ooh, I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
I trip over the wall.
Yeah, and actually, you bring a couple of like the rocks or bricks over when you stumble over them. They fall over, and kind of with a loud clatter.
And laugh at the looker. I'm going to roll a
I'm
stealth check to see if I can do a better stealth than he can.
After
Because
that
clearly
big
he already
laugh?
fumbled the bag.
I'm just keeping my eyes out.
Okay. You do have disadvantage on stealth with your plate mail, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's still a 6.
Well, it could still be worse.
be worse.
Roll again.
Yeah. Roll again?
Yep.
Yep. 'Cause it could be worse.
Oh!
Case in point. You come in, trip over the same pile of rocks, and bump into this pillar, which in turn falls over, hits this pillar, and this whole side of the roof collapses on the side of the house.
Oh.
Oh,
It's at this moment, after all the crumbling and cacophony of a collapsing building passes, that you realize how quiet it is in this city right now.
yeah.
Like, there are no birds, there's no trilling of insects. You could probably hear your own heartbeat if you wanted to.
Yeah. I think we need to find a really defensible position and lay low for a bit.
No, I say we explore. We stay tight, we stay on guard, and we explore. We're not cowards, we're men. As I chuckle.
We're
As I'm getting
everything
up and... Oh, go ahead.
everything's coming for us at this point. Whatever's in this city.
As I get up and dust myself off after tripping over everything, I still say that we go to try and figure out what they were discovering or digging down here. We're already half in the house.
Yeah. I'll move forward and I'll flank to the gentleman to let's go.
I guess if I gotta come over, I'll come over too. Do I got a roll to go over?
No, I think we're past the point of stealth here.
Okay.
I took down half a house. I don't think there's no more stealth in this
Okay.
game.
Being the gentleman in front, can I roll a perception on this?
Yeah, please do.
9.
It's a mighty pretty hole.
Since I'm right beside him, I will.
I guess
roll a
we're all gonna
perception
take
also.
a look, eh?
May as well.
I'm short and I'm in the back, and I rolled a 4, so
I
You're
rolled
Larry Looker's
an
ass.
11.
Yeah, you see
I
nuts.
rolled an 11 plus 3, 14.
Alright. So, didn't you? I think that was gear, right?
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
Here, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are looking. This doesn't look like it was destroyed when the house was destroyed. This looks relatively new because you can still make out like scratch marks from the rough excavation. There's some wood scaffolding that looks like it was designed to go down. However, you don't see a ladder or anything that necessarily leads that way.
So, gentlemen, do you want to go down or do you want to push forward? I have a rope and grapple.
I think we have a rope and a giant. One of us dwarves should be tied to the rope.
Well, I'll go down first and let you guys know if it's safe, or we move forward and leave this area.
Down.
I think
the
we'll be a
trail
lot
went the
more
other way.
exposed if you're. I mean, we can go fishing with you as the bait. That's what it sounds like.
But if the trail went this way, we're
That's
kind
where
of
we're
going
going.
off. Yeah, it's what's the point of going down a hole? I understand it's interesting, but we can come back.
Okay.
That's about right
Yeah.
for me.
Well,
Yeah, he makes sense, so I follow his lead.
Well, I'm too chicken shit to go in the hole by myself. So I look over as you guys start walking out, I look over the edge and I look back and you guys are already over the wall and I kind of scamper up behind you to catch up.
There's a little bit of a hop.
I still want to bring up the rear, so that's kind of.
Okay. So I'll make my way to this house. Can I see inside the building?
Yep.
Can I do
I
a
follow
perception
behind
check?
Lucker.
Sure, go for it.
I got 16 plus 3, 19.
Okay. Much like the last house, a lot of the walls are kind of already crumbling or collapsed in, so you could literally walk in through the walls if you tried.
Well, so let's go like at least go around and sort of search at least each one of these buildings
Well,
before we move on.
what else could I see?
There are the remains of probably 10 or 20 people. But these are like skeletal. These have been here for years. Their tattered clothes are just kind of hanging off them.
Okay.
It looks kind of like at some point during the war, people gathered in here for safety, and it didn't quite work out for them.
Okay.
It wasn't
Okay.
that one.
You're like looking at the fog, and it's like, it's hard to see through this.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to roll a perception check for our surroundings and see if I can tell if
Okay.
we're being stalked or anything. I roll a 4. Plus,
4. You.
plus- yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Plus my perception, that's a 7.
Okay. You are pretty sure that you hear footprints coming from this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. But it also might be your nerves. You're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Because he's so worried, I will also roll a perception check to see if I can see anything. Because I'm
Oh, he
outside
didn't
with him.
see anything. He just thought he heard something.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
That's why I said
listening.
he thinks he's seen something.
Well, I'm jumping out beside him anyways.
I rolled a 11.
So plus your perception.
11.
Oh.
Oh. You don't hear really anything.
Okay.
I look at him and say it's all in your head.
Can I investigate in here in this area?
Okay. Looking for anything in particular, or just...
Just for clues and if there's any like artifacts or anything pointing me in the right direction.
Okay, you can roll, yeah.
I got a 2.
You step on the remains of a clay vase and it shatters.
It's startled
Try
me.
to make more noise, can you?
The British Museum will be furious.
Okay.
I yell out to the looker saying that I think we should all group up and keep continuing down the path.
Shh, I say. And I make my way back, but I stay inside the building, just inside the wall as we creep forward.
Okay.
I feel like that
Yeah,
might
I think
bite
we
you in
should
the
check.
ass.
We should probably check this building out too as we go. We should at least take a cursory glance in here to
Yeah.
see if there's anything moving or.
We'll make our way there. Yeah, I agree.
I
kinda
want
stand
to
in
make
between
a
the two.
perception check in this room here if you don't mind.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, I rolled an 18. So
Nice.
that would be perception plus 3 is 21.
Okay. This building looks kind of more or less the same as some of the other ones. Like lots of the stonework from the roof is collapsed in on it. You do see some slight, I guess for lack of a word, blood stains on some of the stone. There's no way that bloodstains would still be visible after 20, 15 years, so this has to be at least relatively new.
My.
Can I do a perception check on this half of the building?
Sure.
8 plus 3, 11.
11? I mean, it's a pretty. You find some pretty sad stuff. Like there's the skeletons of like looks like a man holding his wife and kids, but that's about all you find.
Okay. I'll make my way back over to the group and kind of take my position besides Gear.
So
I'm still going to kind of
guys,
stay in
things,
the
things are
bottleneck
getting
here.
bloody around here recently, so I like keep together, eh?
Yeah.
So the trail's still going off this way, or is it going off this way?
The second of those two options.
The
I
trail's
think kind
going
of
that way.
loop up and around, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
then I'm gonna go up that way.
Okay.
I could get you all to stop right about there.
Okay.
As you're wandering through this way, you hear a, for lack of a word, crunching, tearing noise.
Ooh, can I do a
Probably
perception?
Wet slobbering sounds. Yeah, please do.
Oh yeah, that's a
18.
That's
18?
a 8 for me.
Cool.
Excuse for me.
Natural 18.
So you're 20, dirty 20.
No, my perception 0.
Oh.
In fairness, because you guys are so close,
Right.
all of you notice it.
Ooh.
You kind of like it in slow motion, like in a horror movie. You all kind of tilt your head to the right, and you see this emaciated, almost spidery-looking fellow with razor-sharp teeth and about a 18-inch tongue sticking out, gnawing on a piece of meat.
Do something.
Ooh.
That's
He is right here. And
Oh
his
my
head,
goodness,
he
we-
just kind of casually looks over and sees you, and all of a sudden his eyes flare open. And we are going to roll some initiative.
absolutely.
Can I do a Oh no, wait, we already did perception checks. Never
Yeah,
mind.
we saw it.
We saw
Yeah.
it. We saw us. Initiative
I was
time.
just trying to see if we can figure out if there was more around us or not.
You can only really see within 20 feet of you. You don't
Yeah.
see another one in 20 feet.
Fair enough. That's why I said never mind, Cat.
Okay.
I
I
need names
rolled.
with the rolls here.
Gear rolled a 16.
Okay.
Gamlin rolled 5.
Okay.
Jessica rolled a 7.
Sailor.
Casa rolled a nat 20.
Plus your dexterity.
22. 23.
Oh wait, we add dexterity to this?
Yes.
Then I'm a 9.
Then you're a 9.
Yeah. That's Jessica.
No.
Alrighty, Rue. So Casa, you are up first.
Okay. Whew. Could I hold my turn?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my turn.
All right. Then Gear, you tied with the monster. So
Okay.
you can go first.
Well, I am going to charge and just cream it with my quarterstaff.
Please go for it.
Okay, attack. So +5. Oh, that's a 9.
He's like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. He's surprisingly agile.
Yeah.
and kind of like squats down on his haunches and ducks under your swing.
Dang, nabbit.
And then it's his turn.
Yeah.
He goes from squatting
before-
down to diving at you.
No,
You're
before
Yeah.
can
Sorry?
I step in with my turn because I held my action?
Sure.
Okay. As I see him miss, I grab my grapple and I try to my surgeon and I try to lasso him around the neck.
Okay.
And I rolled a 10, and that would be my athletics.
Sure.
13.
13. Let's see what his athletics roll is. See if he can get himself free of this situation. Nope, you got him. He's lassoed.
Okay. Do I cause any damage with that?
Nope.
Okay.
He's just grappled, which means he cannot move. Like, he can't go in any direction. He's stuck there.
Restrained.
Nope, just grappled. Restrained is
Okay.
actually something different.
Okay.
But his movement is 0.
Okay. And then for my my bonus action, I'm gonna say, "Gotcha."
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's going to take his turn. And he looks at you, Looker.
Uh-oh.
His eyes are glowing like an orangish red, very much like the young woman described. You look at his ears, and he's got kind of pointed, elven-looking ears. And he looks at you, and then immediately looks back to Gear, like he is not at all interested in you.
Okay.
And he's going to take a swipe at Gear.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Does
Does my grapple give him disadvantage?
it does not. It just prevents him from moving,
Okay.
which is also a useful thing because this guy can skitter if he needs to. He rolls a 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Whew.
Okay. So even though he can't, so he half jumps up, gets lassoed, gets pulled down to the ground, and he claws at you at your leg and somehow gets one of the joints in your leg
Yeah.
and slashes you for for 5 points of damage. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution. Okay. At least I'm proficient in Constitution. That would be a 10 plus 2 is 12. Or a
Huh?
10 plus 4 is 14.
Cool. So yeah, as his claws kind of dig into your leg, you feel your whole leg kind of go dead. But you manage to power through and keep your feet. But this is a sensation you are not enjoying.
Okay.
Next up is Dingy.
Because he's stuck there,
Mhm.
can I pull out my new shiny longsword and get around? Oh, I didn't mean to drag him. Get around him for the advantage.
Like, you mean move for advantage? Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm now behind him, and I am going to go to try and just straight clean take off his head with my new shiny longsword.
You can certainly try.
So that is a 6 plus my strength. That would be a 10.
10 does not hit him, believe it or not.
Okay.
Did you roll twice and that was the higher one?
Oh, no, I forgot to. No,
There you
okay.
go.
So that is a 18.
That will definitely hit.
Okay, and then because it's in one hand, I get a 1d8
+1.
plus 2 because it's in one hand, plus my strength. So that
And then
would be
plus another one for it being magic.
okay. So my strength is a +4, plus my damage for being in one hand for the duelist. So that would be 6, 7 plus 8 is 15.
Okay, yeah, you cleave him good. He's not dead though.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Like, you lob off probably a chunk of the muscle across his shoulders and neck, and somehow he's still upright.
I think we're in. I yell. I think we're in danger here, and then I end my turn there.
All right. Then Gremlin, you're up.
Okay, well, I come around behind him on the other side, hopefully for advantage, and because he's grappled.
Sure. Why not?
So I'm going to try to take off his head, is what I'm going to try to do.
Okay. That head is on there better than you think, but you're welcome to try.
I'm giving it a go. With advantage, I rolled a 16 plus my strength, right? Plus 3
Plus
is an
proficiency.
8. So plus 5. So
There you go. Yep.
20. 30, 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So again, I roll for a D8 plus 2 for the for my duelist.
Okay. And your strength on top of that.
My strength on top of that, so D8. An 8, right on. An 8 plus 2 is 10, plus my strength is 3 is 13.
Okay. Yeah, you cleave that head off.
Yeah.
The head falls from the body, and just with the last semblance of life, you hear it go. And the body flops down, and it drops the piece of meat it was chewing on. And it looks like a severed human arm.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think we should all regroup back up, though. So now we don't get any. We already know that one thing's here.
We're
That
still
thing
pretty
got me
tight.
pretty good.
You wanna?
I'm gonna.
Here, I'll use a potion. I have an extra one right now, and you're right beside me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take a potion.
So what? It's a 1d8, right?
The potion
Yeah.
was 2d4s
2d4s.
plus 2.
Okay. So but oh shoot, do I roll it or does he?
Doesn't matter to me in the slightest. Whoever wants to roll it.
Okay. So I'll roll it for you because I'm giving it to you.
Sure.
So that's a 1
Yay.
and a 2 plus 2, so that's 5.
5. That's
Plus-
the damage I took, so I'm back to normal.
I'm back, baby. Okay. So then let's continue north ever so slightly. Everybody like head towards me, and we'll press on.
Okay. I want to be bringing up the rear more or less because I seem to be low in initiative anyway.
Okay. Can I roll a perception check?
Yep.
I roll a 7 plus 3, so 10.
Okay. And what are we looking for or trying to find out?
I'm just seeing if I can see any, like, my skin's on fire right now. Like, I'm creeped out because of that human eater. I just want to see if there's any more of those guys around or things like that.
I want to listen for that same sound or any kind of something like that.
Okay.
I rolled a 14 plus 3, 17.
Okay. You do not hear that noise, but you do hear kind of a repetitive tapping noise, like
From which direction?
from straight north.
Oh, lovely. Just the direction we're going.
So
I know it's like
I
that's by
tap
design.
Nasha, I tap Nasha and say and I'm kind of gesturing to the group that there's something north.
Yeah. Well, we got to look at this house as we go by. We don't want to.
We've
If
already
there's
looked at
anything
this
in
one.
there,
Yeah.
I think we
we're
should
already
head
looking
to
there,
this
but we're
one
looking
next.
in the other one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll move forward a little bit.
Okay.
I'll let everybody catch up, then I'll do a perception check to look inside.
Okay.
6 plus 3, 9.
I'm looking inside
Definitely a
too.
building.
I got a
I will-
6.
Still a building.
I walk just past them to look inside. I roll a
10.
10.
10. It's a stone building.
We don't see nothing in there.
Okay, so then I'll hop inside And could I take another perception now that I'm inside the building?
You certainly can.
14.
Alright. Yeah, I'd love to tell you that there's more going on in there, but there's not really. It's long abandoned. Anything that was valuable in here looks like it's been picked over long ago. There's broken pottery and masonry jars. There's nothing of use in here.
Like the army soldiers do, where they do the two eyes and then they wave hand forward. I signal to my crew, there's nothing here, and I make my way. And yeah, I'm gonna try to once they catch up, I want to jump over this wall here.
Cool.
Which way does the trail track? Does it track this way or does it track this way?
Northeast.
Straight north.
Takes a turn this way.
Okay.
Okay, so we would have no idea that. I think we just keep going down the trail.
Okay. I'll hop over the wall.
Okay, I'll get you stopped right there. Arg, if you can move yourself back, just because. Cassa said he was jumping over that wall.
Yeah. So I'm right there.
Cool. Make me an athletics check, please.
Oh. 7 plus 4. Let's go. I'll go to 11.
Okay. So you hop it, you land, you kind of tumble, roll, land on your feet, and then you look over your shoulder and you see like one teetering brick tumble over and hit the ground. And you look forward and see two eyes glowing out at you.
Uh-oh.
And then two more. And then two more. Let's roll some initiative again, because we haven't fought enough today.
There you go. All right. Gear rolled a 19.
Okay, you tied them again.
I rolled an 18.
That's Gremlin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you?
I add what to this again? Dex?
Your dex, yep.
Okay. Jessica rolled a 15.
15, okay.
I rolled a 15 as well.
Okay. You and Dingy can debate who goes first when it's up to you guys.
Let's play it by ear, depending on the situation, Dingy. Jessica.
All right. Gear is up first.
Okay. Well, trying to keep my back to the wall, I want to come and attack this guy, and I'm going to take a big swing.
All right, go for it.
That is plus 11.
11 does not hit.
Ooh.
Dang. He drops to all fours and almost gets flat, like chest against the ground flat, like Spider-Man.
Yeah. These guys are hard. When you roll like crap.
These guys are just going to swarm. And they're
Would
going to
I not get a chance as he's fleeing past me? Or advantage?
Not advantage, but you will get an opportunity attack, yes.
What about me?
He's still within your range, so no.
Okay.
But go ahead, Dingy. Take your cheap shot.
Oh, I will gladly take that. So that would be a 15.
That'll hit.
And then as I already have my magical longsword out, that is a 1, 2,
plus strength, right?
4, plus strength, plus my one hand, plus 2. So that would be 6, 7, 8 damage.
Okay. Yeah, it looks really cool. You do this like dramatic like knee slide chop to the abdomen, and he keeps running like he didn't even feel it.
All right, I'd rather take a little bit of damage, get that little cheap shot in.
Totally fair.
I jump up yelling, yes.
Yes, I got one.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first guy's going to crit.
Oh, no.
The second guy rolls an 18.
which is my armor class, so he hits.
Make it or break
The
it.
third guy rolled an 18 also.
Oh, oh.
So, before we do anything, can you make me 3 Constitution saving throws in a row, please?
3 in a row. Before anything else, can I not use my stone's endurance at some point here?
You absolutely can when we get to damage.
Okay, first one is a 19.
Okay, so that's a success.
Second one's and that's +4. Second one is a 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay.
Third one is a 3 plus 4 is a 7.
Okay. That one's not a success, but we'll deal with some damage first. So the first one who critted, basically, like I said, spidery, just jumps right, scales you, jumps right up, and is like biting on the side of your neck. For 12 damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my stone's endurance.
That is a damn good idea.
So I'll roll my 12. I got an 8. So that's
8 plus 1.
plus my Constitution modifier, right?
Is your Constitution modifier? Oh yeah, sorry, I'm thinking the second one.
Yeah. So it's 8 plus 2, so it's a 10. So he does 12 reduced by 10 does 2 damage.
Perfect. All right. And the second one, same thing, claw attack. They just seem to find these gaps in your armor, right along the side where the front and back plates connect. Hits you for 6 damage.
Dang, I'm taking it bad.
The third one doesn't hit you nearly as badly. It only hits you with 3 damage.
Ooh,
However, you feel your entire body, like all your muscles, start to tense and constrict, and then you just crumple over. You are paralyzed.
Ooh.
Gremlin, you're up.
Lovely. Well, I'm going to come straight back here and hopefully hit this guy with advantage because I'm jumping on his back basically and trying to bring my axe right down the middle of his forehead. From the back, anyways.
Yeah, you got the advantage and everything.
All right. So I'm rolling. Yeah. 8 plus 3, I think, is 12.
8 plus 3 is 11.
Well, I would rather use my math.
Your math would have worked out better, but unfortunately, real math, that's a miss.
Yeah.
Did you roll twice and that was the higher number?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, champ.
It's going to be a short fight.
Whew. Someone's destroying their house right now.
Sorry about that. Casa and Jessica, you guys got to decide who's up next.
Jessica, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to casually walk up because I already know I took damage off this guy, and I'm going to try and just finish him off.
Okay. You still have advantage because you're still behind him. The 3 of them are basically all crowded around on all 4s and are trying to bite pieces out of your giant. That sounded like a euphemism. Good lord.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4. That's much better.
That'll do.
Let's go.
6 plus. I hit him for.
You hit him for 8 last time.
8, and I don't remember what my last roll was. So 2 for 2 for dueling, 1 for the sword, plus my strength is 4.
13.
So total 7 plus, so 13.
Okay, plus the 8 you hit him for last time?
Yeah.
Oh, he is just hanging on by a thread.
Ugh.
Tassa, you're up.
Okay. So I am going to take one giant leap for mankind. Wait. I forgot the expression I was going to use, but yeah, I'm going to jump up and I'm going to try to kick this guy in the head and then land with a punch on this guy here with my bonus attack. Can I do that?
You certainly can. Roll the first one first.
10 plus 3 is 13.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then I'm assuming the damage will just like, I'm going to kill him?
Yeah, you don't have to roll damage. Yeah, you kill him. You do have to roll your attack for the second one, though. See if it hits.
Even though it's part of my my savage attacker?
It's part of your martial arts. They're two separate attacks. So
Okay. So let's
one
go.
with your action, one with your bonus action.
9.
6.
Yeah, that one doesn't hit so much.
Okay. Okay. And then for my bonus action, could I toss a potion?
The second attack was your bonus action.
Okay, then I stand there stunned.
You are, yeah.
Wait.
You missed.
Don't I get advantage because he was chewing on Buddy?
You know what? Yeah, I'll let you rules lawyer that one on me. Go for it.
14 plus
That'll
3. Let's go.
Yep, that'll hit him. Unarmed attacks are D4 plus Dex, I believe.
Yeah. So that's 4 plus 5. Let's go with the 9.
Your Dex is 5?
My dex, yeah, because it was my dexterity is a 3, and then with my being an elf, I get the automatic +2.
What? What automatic +2?
What's that?
What automatic +2?
Because I'm an elf.
That's
Oh, that's
No,
my
that's
saving
part of
throw.
your
Sorry.
total
So that's 7. You're right. I was looking at my saving
I was lost
throw.
for a second, man.
I was lost too, man. You're the guy that knows. I'm just like hoping I don't fuck up. So I come down with a big elbow bash and try to just clip him in the top of the dome.
Perfect. You do. So you hit him for 7 damage. We said.
Yeah.
Okay. We're back up at the top. So Gear, you can re-roll that Constitution saving throw, but it is at the end of your turn.
Yeah, well, yeah. I can't do anything till at least I can do it.
Basically,
And
until
I
you can.
rolled
Yep.
a 19 plus 4, so 23.
Perfect. Yeah, you kind of regain the ability to move and feel pain again, as 2 of these things are chewing on you.
Can't
And
even
next
take a healing potion.
you can on your next turn.
Yep.
On the ups or downside, they are up next.
Well, they're being attacked. I should be less savory at this point.
That is fair, yep. So, this one here, who Casa just hit, turns around to see what hit him, looks at you, again, has that moment where he stares at you for a second, and then seems to immediately lose interest in you, and goes after the dwarf.
Nice.
I feel like these are elves.
Hit. Oh, wow. Jesus. He rolls a 23 to hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
hit.
Just barely, eh?
Just slightly, yeah.
Okay. And he is using his claws. For 6 points of damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Does this count towards poison?
No.
Poison? No. Okay.
Constitution saving throw. Plus 5, so that's 17.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. It's for me. Oh wait, never mind. I lied.
Gamlin's the white beard.
Yeah.
All right. So you rolled a 17, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of have some experience now with what poor Gear has been going through. You feel like your muscles all start to tense, but you're managing to try and power through it. But you're not enjoying this sensation at all. And then this one is basically just trying to drag away the giant, who I assume is fine.
Well, now that I'm, isn't that like a strength contestation since I'm not paralyzed?
Sure, make your strength contest.
All right. That's a 15.
He rolls a dirty 20.
Oh, Bugger's a little strong.
They are deceptively strong, and he is trying to pull you into this building.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I'd like to point out he's also pulling you with his teeth. He's got a bite on your shoulder and is basically skittering backwards like a dog with a bone.
Oh my goodness.
Did I get an advantage because he was pulling him away?
No.
No, he was on the opposite side of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dingy, let the DM tell me no.
Okay, sorry.
You're on my
I'll take
team,
it from here,
bro.
Dingy. I'll take it from here, Dingy. No, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh.
However, Gremlin, you are up.
Okay, well, I think I have a problem with the guy that just bit me,
That's
so
fair.
I'm gonna do my best. Hold on a second here. But I see my buddy getting drawn away, so if I run away, I'm gonna get hit with advantage, right? So
Not
I think I got to
advantage, but an
deal
opportunity attack.
an opportunity. I think I got to deal with the guy in front of me, so I'm just gonna like take my axe straight down the middle of his head.
Do it.
And I rolled 9. I guess that's +3 is with my strength, and then that's
That's 12.
is my +5. Do I have a +5 for? Oh, that's saving throws. So so 12.
That'll hit.
Yay!
These guys
Your
don't.
attack includes your proficiency bonus, though, too, right?
It does. So your strength plus proficiency. I don't know what your strength is off the top of my head.
My strength is 16.
Okay. So plus.
No. It's +3 +2. So it's your attack roll +5.
Yeah, you have a +5.
Proficiency. Oh, right. Oh, sweet.
I mean, the 12 would have done it anyway, but
Okay.
you got it. You
Oh.
hit him.
Okay, so I get to roll a d8.
You do.
Where's my d8? Right here. Do it. Oh, so that's a 3 plus a 2 is a 5 plus my strength, which would be +5.
This one would just
Right.
be your strength. You don't have your proficiency, so
Okay.
+3.
So
3
8.
plus 3.
3 plus 3 plus 2 for
Duels.
for my dueling, and then
Okay.
+3 for my strength.
Yeah.
So 3 plus 5 is 8.
Groovy. You hit him for 8 damage. You don't take the head off, but you bury your axe from collarbone down to about mid-chest.
Oh, that's not bad.
And he doesn't seem to be losing any effectiveness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just
So I wrench my axe free and
I'll go first.
tell him to go to hell.
I will grab my grapple again, and
Okay.
based on the fact that Gear is such a large specimen of a man, I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Sure.
Do I get an advantage based on his size?
Gear, are you going to try and resist this?
No.
I'm just going to say you succeed.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna war with this critter pulling on the giant.
Okay. Do I get a bonus action still?
Sure.
Can I throw a dart?
Not really. That would be
Okay.
an action.
Not a worry. Then I'll just dig my heels into the mud, and hold on as tight as I can to keep Gear from getting dragged off.
That'll work. That means that Pushka is up.
This guy doesn't have much HP left, right?
You don't know. You know he's been hit.
He's been hit for 8, and then what was the other one? Do we remember? Anybody?
Finish him. No,
Oh, 8 again.
I'm going to come up to the side, and I'm going to just try and take his head clean off, splattering
Okay.
Gremlin in blood.
Do it.
Ooh, would that be advantage?
You know what? Because I'm in a good mood, sure.
I like that. Okay, well, it's still better.
Not-
7, that would be 11.
11 doesn't hit.
12 is the number.
The magic number is in fact 12.
Okay.
Gear, you are up. You're literally being pulled in two different directions.
Yeah. So, but I'm free to attack now.
Yep, your movement is just 0, but yeah, you can attack.
Yeah, I am going to attack him viciously with my quarterstaff as he's dragging me.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll. 7 plus 5 is a 12.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. I wrote I can attack with a D12 because of this enormous
To the size of your
thing.
mighty staff.
That's what she said.
7 plus 3 is 10 damage. Throat.
10? Okay, you hit him, and he actually loses his grip on you and kind of staggers backwards a half a step.
Excellent.
And angrily hisses at you.
Well, he's going to attack me again, though.
Oh, yeah.
I guess. Well, I'm just going to have to rely on my team. At least I damaged them because I can't take a potion as a bonus action, right?
Probably not, no.
Yeah.
All right, well then, he's up next.
And I'll try and turtle.
Okay. He squats down and lunges at you, and you basically just bring up your shoulder and just kind of shoulder check him out of the air, and he flattens. He misses on that attack.
Excellent.
And then the other one. Sorry, Jessica. He doesn't even know you're there because you haven't actually hit him. So he's going to go after Gremlin.
Yeah.
And he rolls a 4.
Finally, these guys are missing.
Well, how much damage did you do to me the last time?
I honestly don't remember.
It was 5.
Okay, let's go with 5.
Okay.
Gremlin, you're up next.
Okay, well, I'm going to take my action, try to split his head in 2.
Do it.
All right, let's do it. Well, no, I didn't do it.
Okay. Points for effort.
Rolled a 3.
Yeah, that doesn't do it.
Do I get an opportunity?
No. He hasn't tried to leave yet, though.
He hasn't moved. No.
Okay.
Casa and Jessica, whichever one wants to go first.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to try and do that once again instead of spinning in a circle. Take off his head and then cover Gremlin in foreign blood. 7, but I know I have the advantage on this side still. I go with 7. 7 and 4.
It's a quick little bugger. He's just scooting around. You can't.
Yeah, you just
But
miss
it's
him again.
Just
7
under,
plus,
yeah.
isn't it a 7 plus, isn't it plus your strength plus your proficiency? Plus 1?
If-
Oh,
if
because you
that's
took
the
your
case.
axe.
No,
You're still on your plus 1 sword, isn't it?
yeah, my longsword, yeah.
So your strength is 4,
Yeah,
plus 1 is 5, plus your proficiency.
it's 2.
So that's 7 plus 7 is 14.
Okay, then I hit it. Okay, 14 then.
Okay, that'll hit.
And that is a D8. 7 and 6, that's 13 damage.
Okay, yeah, you end him. And as requested,
Right.
you proceed to spray your dwarven companion in. It's not blood. It's like a thick, congealed black ichor.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's more
I
like
feel
if you
bad
threw
for
jello
covering
at
him now.
somebody.
I look at him and I say I'm sorry. That's my bonus action.
Yeah. Apologizing is always a free action. Comes up often enough.
So I would assume I have advantage right now based on the fact that him and Gear are going at it, correct?
If you move around behind him, you will. If
Okay.
you run at him from the front, you will not.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, that's what I do. And I will straight up just hoof him in the hoo-haws
Okay.
for a nat 20.
Oh, what's the most damage you can do on that?
Oh, let's get creative here. So, there's not really much creative that I can do with it. I'm gonna be 6 plus my dex is 9.
So you basically like wind up like a golf swing underneath him. His little red coal eyes cross, but he is still alive.
Okay, and then for my savage attacker, I'm gonna donkey punch him now.
Okay, it's just a martial
Excellent.
arts martial arts attack. So go for it.
14.
That'll hit. You do have advantage though.
I'll roll for advantage. Hold on, I gotta get rid of. Sorry. I got a nat 20 on my d20, and then a 3 on my 4.
Well, yeah. So after he kind of winces from being hit in the mummy daddy button, you basically put your fist right through the back of its skull,
Yeah.
and it just kind of
Excellent.
slumps limp down to the ground.
Let's go.
Holy crap! We just survived this fight.
Drink a potion, my friend. Now is the
Yeah,
time.
I'm gonna stand up and drink a potion.
Definitely the time for it.
That's 2d4.
Plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
That would be 3 and 3, so that's 8.
Groovy.
Well, I sure could use that 8, but man, it's
What's your health
Doesn't
at right
do-
now?
so I'm back to 9.
Okay, I'll sacrifice a potion for you.
Well, I can only go up 3 more. I don't think it's worth using it.
I have 3
One.
right now.
Yeah, okay, I'll go back.
Didn't you already throw him a potion?
We didn't take it because of the
Oh, right.
situation.
Yeah.
So then,
Because I've used 2 potions now.
okay, and yeah, I have 2 left if I use this one. So let's get you at full health just so we can move forward at full strength. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, sure.
I took one and I've healed full health.
Okay. So I do 3 plus 2 is 5.
Yeah, I can only go up to
3.
3 more.
Yep,
12,
perfect.
yeah.
So you're full
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay, let's regroup and investigate this house now, gentlemen.
Well, that's where he was being dragged to. Do
Yeah.
we want
Yeah.
to see where he was being dragged to? Okay, yeah, I'm in.
Me too.
Well, we have to have a better look at it at least, and then we have to go back and report.
Yeah.
We do have to go back and report. I think we've found what's causing these things.
Go back.
Well, we're
where?
not going by ourselves. No fucking thank you.
Okay, I'll do a perception
we're
check
not-
with a 10.
Yeah, and looking through the doorway, I rolled a 14 plus 3, 17.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 17, and that's my perception.
Dirty
is plus
20.
3, so 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. Well, you guys all see virtually the same thing. This building is relatively empty, except for a wooden scaffolding that seems to lead down into a hole in the, much like the other one, carved down into the ground. This
Yeah,
one looks a fair bit newer than the other one.
Okay, there's a theme here. They're coming up from the ground in this old city, and there's lots of them.
This old
We
city
should
that was
get-
built around mines.
Yeah, let's get the heck out of here.
I
Yeah,
vote.
we can go back with some accurate information.
Absolutely. I think we got what we need.
I vote to explore, but if not, we should at least continue the mission and press forward.
I'm with Looker.
Go in, go down.
That's what I think. Let's go get into some
Yeah.
fights.
Get into fights and see where they really stem from and what they are, because they keep ignoring our elf. So I think we push the elf forward.
So nobody knows what we know.
Yep, but that's part of the adventure.
The elf wants to go adventure off on his own and come back later. Let him do it. They seem to ignore him. Let them ignore him. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna implore you guys to follow.
I follow, but I stay back because I know that they ignore the elf.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not going alone, so I'll just stick with the 2 that are staying here, but I'm not going to go down the hole.
I'm going down the hole.
Okay, I'm not going down. I'm not going all by myself.
Split
No.
party then, boys. Okay. Can I safely proceed down the hole?
Yep. It looks almost like there's the scaffolding is also broken into like laddering.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can easily climb down.
Okay. Is anybody coming with me?
I am.
No.
You can say what you find.
Okay. So
I'll
two
come
down.
down.
All right. So let's split the party then. Historically, that has never gone badly.
Splitting the party, that doesn't sound like a good idea either. God damn it, I'm not gonna
Let's go,
how
boys.
dare you go down a hole where a dwarf not have to go.
Yeah.
Well, if you're all going down, I'm not staying up there by myself.
Buck, 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 buck.
All right. Well, then. Back you go.
Okay. So, can I roll a
I don't
perception
like
to
this
see what I
idea.
see?
This is a bad idea.
Well,
This is
let's
not
vary
a
the
good
lead here
idea.
a little bit, folks. You guys get down here, and this place smells awful. Like, oh my god.
Of course
The
it
smell of
does.
like dead bodies everywhere. It is overwhelming. I need Constitution saving throws from everybody, please.
Uh-oh.
19. I rolled a natural 19 plus my
Okay.
constitution. No, wait a
That
minute.
screen didn't update. Did it update for the rest of you guys?
What are you talking
Update?
about?
22.
I see Looker's screen is different than my screen. I'm still on the top screen, like where we're above.
Try refreshing
Well-
your page.
Oh, 5. I got a 24.
I rolled an 8 plus 4 is 12.
I rolled a 23.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
So anyone who
I
got
think it smells rather pleasant down here compared to me.
under a 13 currently has the poisoned condition. The smell is just so overwhelming.
Oh my goodness. I'm
You have-
poisoned.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks for as long as you are subjected to this.
Attack rolls and ability checks.
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not great. The second thing you notice after that smell is that there is little blue wisps of light just kind of floating through. Like just like the size of specks, but they're giving off a little bit of light. So there's almost some dim lighting down here. And they seem to be spreading off of some crystals that are growing out of the rock in the mines.
Okay. Can I roll a perception?
Yes, absolutely.
19 plus 3.
All right. Where are you standing while you're making your check? Like right where you are, or
Yeah.
are you moving up?
I'm gonna move up until kind of the opening, like 5 feet forward, kind of, and so I can look left and right and kind of examine the surroundings.
Okay.
It's pitch black in here, right?
No, the fireflies are glowing, and I have a torch still.
There's also that. All right.
Okay.
A few things then. So, like I said, there's these little blue crystals that are kind of growing out of the rocks. Over here, there are bodies that are basically stacked like corkwood. Over here, except these ones over here don't look entirely dead.
Oh,
Ooh.
There's a little movement here. Beside them is a person who is very much not dead. And he seems to be talking to the pile.
Okay.
Can we all notice them? Did we all notice this man?
He's the only one who said he was doing a perception check, but I'm pretty sure you guys would all notice him if you look in that direction, so.
Yeah. Does he look like he's trying to eat anybody just like the guy up there? Is he gibbering madly, or is he somewhat coherent?
You can't make out what he's saying, but he looks like he's speaking. He doesn't look like he's eating. He looks like he's engaged in a conversation.
Yo, what's going on?
I'll cautiously walk towards him a little bit, and I'll, hey there, friend or foe.
He wheels around. He's like, "You're not one of them. Who are you? Why are you down here?" And he's like, you see him like rocking slightly. He's a little bit emaciated, like his features are kind of sunken in. He's got like sweat beading off his forehead. And he's
I ask him what they're doing.
I'm protecting my people.
Do you know medicine? I holler out at him.
Medicine won't help them. Medicine can't save them.
Maybe you could help me. Do you know medicine?
He kind of stares blankly at you. No?
From the gas. I need help.
Gas? What gas? I don't see gas. And you see him kind of feverishly looking around.
Does he look like he's starting to get worried that we're down here now?
He looked worried when he turned around. He looks just bewildered right now. Like he might not be playing with a full deck right now.
Yeah,
shout out, do you know what those things are?
Which things? The hungry ones?
Yes, the hungry ones.
Yeah.
Do they wake up hungry?
Yes. You're not you when you're hungry. I sit here. I guard my people.
Where do
they
they
won't come
come
for my
from?
people.
Let
I
me.
don't know.
Go ahead.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
I was just saying. It's like I don't know where they come from. They come from here, I guess. They come from the mines.
Is he human or elf?
He's human.
Okay.
Does he know what race those things are?
If you ask him again, he just reiterates. He calls them the hungry ones.
Okay.
Hey, Gear, watch my back. I'm gonna save these mummies. And I start walking towards them, ever so cautiously, keeping my eyes firmly on the crazy man.
Have you ever seen like a nerdy little slap fight? He starts like slapping at you, telling you to go away. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. They're safe here. Leave them here.
No, I just Gear, hold them, and I move forward.
Gear, do you hold him?
Yeah, sure. I'll grapple him.
It takes you very little effort. He's really light. Like you grab a hold of him, it's like, wow, this guy's like wasting away to nothing. But yeah, you restrain him, and he's flailing, trying to get to Casa.
Guys, let's go. Let's open these up. Let's save these people. Can I try to unweave or rip the webbing? I'm assuming it is off of him.
It's not really webbing. They're more like in, I guess, sacks, for lack of a better word.
Okay. Can I rip the sacks off of them with my knife?
Yeah, you start with one.
Okay.
And you kind of cut the sack. And there's a person in there. It's a woman. All her features are sunken in. She's, like I said, her whole body is like wasted away. She's almost skeletal. Her hair is falling out, and she appears to be unconscious, but she is shivering and sweating at the same time.
Okay.
Shout out. You should check for a pulse.
Well, she's sweating and shivering. She has a pulse.
She does have
Not necessarily.
Okay, guys, you guys help me. Gear, hold them. Can I start looking towards the second sack?
Sure. For the sake of being expedient, I will say you can cut them all open. They are all in very much the same condition.
Yeah.
Do they have?
They're emaciated humans.
You also find a torn sack, which it would be reasonable to assume belonged to the gentleman that Gear is holding.
Ah.
Okay. Do they have any jewels or notes or anything that would lead me to believe or let me know what is down here on them? Can I do it?
You can do it. Yeah, you can check. You can do a perception check. They don't look like they have much at first glance.
16.
16?
I didn't
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I only got a 13.
Yeah, you can rummage through some pockets. You find maybe like 3 coins, but like coppers, not even gold.
Yeah.
These are likely like dirt poor farmers or peasants.
Okay. Can I try to shake one to wake him up?
You certainly can. You can give them 5 across the eyes. They do not seem to stir.
So, is the guy that's awake? Is it? It looks like he was once one of them. Like these guys will wake up.
Or he will at some point become like them. You don't know. One of the two seems likely. But you don't really have a it's a chicken egg dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, while watching them, I think they also may have been poisoned as I cough up some poison. I pondered to myself, is this a bloom slag venom poison that's in the air?
Oh no, it's just the smell of like decay is so overpowering that it's having this effect.
Can I
Yeah, I'm feeling ill.
can I wrap a rag around my mouth like a mask to try to like medicine myself?
Sure, make me a medicine check. Let's see if you can do that effectively.
Nope.
Okay. Then no.
Good. What if he goes outside and takes a couple of deep breaths and come back in?
Then you could make the saving throw again if he really wants to.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna try it.
All right. You go up to the house, throw up a couple of times, and then come back.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm gonna change dice for this one. I'm gonna go with the red die.
Okay. Red die number 32.
And I roll not really great.
It's just a bunch of nope.
I did the exact same thing, so I'm nope.
Okay, so we're gonna put this to bed and say that we're just stuck like this for the time being.
That's fair.
Ooh, yeah.
Or not, but that's what's happening.
Okay.
I like this guy because I grabbed him once gear went up top to recheck himself. Once I'm like barely hanging on to him, I let go to see if he's going to attack us or not.
No, he scampers over and starts like trying to wrap these people back up in their bags.
Okay.
So, what are we doing down here?
I think the only way to save these people is if we find out what made them like this. I say we explore.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was gonna say, don't all jump up at once. Jesus.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'll just bring up the rear. I'm just following you guys.
Yeah. I'm
I
not
don't
doing
really
so
want
well.
to be here.
Okay.
How
So
far can we see down here?
There's no fog down here, so you can see pretty far. Pretty much
for
up
me,
until
I
something
can only-
bends or obstructs your vision.
okay. I said we
I
headed.
need that
We
torch
see-
light.
Okay, wait. Could we see the glowing light off this?
You know what? Make me a perception check. Let's see if you do. It would be faint, but it might be possible.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just make a general?
Not me.
Can I make a general perception check of where we are to see what the different areas are? If there's anything that piques my interest.
Yeah, go for it.
Nope.
Nope. You're distracted by the little blue wisps floating through the air.
And I rolled 12.
A 12? Okay.
I'm not rolling
With
good
your
here.
12, you notice this dude over here,
Uh-oh.
but he seems very focused on what's happening over here.
And
Okay.
I kind of just silently try and nudge the group and point out that there's another monster over on the right.
Okay, I take that and I go into stealth mode. I shroud down real low and hopefully he doesn't see me as I creep forward. Could I do a stealth
And
check?
I
Please
take
do.
out my longbow.
Okay.
14 for stealth.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to notice you.
Perfect. Then
Are we Can I tell if Nasha is going to attack this beast?
I just flag over my shoulder to let's go. So you guys to
I
follow
get
my lead.
I get my crossbow out because I figure if I'm going to be bringing up the rear and they're
Yeah.
going to be dragging people around, I better have a distance weapon.
I'm gonna wait till you're in like range to run at this guy, since you're stealthing pretty good, and then the moment I can sense that you're like an action away from him to attack, I'm gonna let loose.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to do a stealth check to see if I can walk up with Looker, or if I stumble and stay behind him.
You good?
So
Seven.
I got a 19.
Okay. Is that with your disadvantage?
No. That would be, what's my disadvantage?
Roll
I
again.
have to roll again and take
Plate
my
armor?
worst one?
Wearing armor.
Yeah, but I have to roll again and then take the lower one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that last one was
17 was your last roll.
17 was my last roll. Okay.
Oh!
Disadvantage
Hey.
suck.
Yeah.
The moment I hear him make a ruckus, I'm letting that arrow go.
I think
Okay.
I'm far enough away because
Yeah.
I would have made a ruckus back here. I don't think he would have heard me.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to really register much going on.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to take out my longbow because I'm slower than the Looker.
Okay. Well, right now I'm about 10, 20, 30, 40, 35 feet away. I suggest you guys catch up a little. I flag you guys to move forward because you're just out of crossbow range.
Longbow is 100 and
Oh,
150 feet.
I thought it was 60.
No, I got 150 feet and then 600 feet at disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, I'm disadvantaged now, anyways. But I mean, it's still, no matter what.
Okay. So
Okay. So when you're 30 feet away and ready to get them in one action there or one movement, I'm gonna let loose.
I have to be within 20.
I'll do the same. I'll let go at the same time. Gear does.
Okay. So I flank.
I'm going to stay within close range with my crossbow still out, but so then that way I can give Looker aid in attacking.
Okay.
Okay. Cassie, what was it you're trying to do?
I'm just trying to sneak forward to get into range to either sneak up on it or to perceive what's going on in front of me.
Okay.
Hey, because he's a stationary target, and we're gonna kind of release at the same time. Can we like both get advantage on the roll because he's a stationary target? We can take time to
Yep.
aim.
Absolutely.
Well, that'll cancel out my disadvantage then.
In answer to Looker's question, you kind of move to a position where you can see past him, and there's a bunch of these blue crystals with the little blue wisps floating through the air, and he seems enamored with these wisps.
Is he facing me or facing away from me?
Facing away from you.
Okay. I want to flag to the guys and tell them like I'm gonna attack. I give them the cue, and I want to run and jump on its back and try to tie it up with my surgeon, like try to like knock it down with a bear hug to.
You should let our arrows get there before you
Exactly.
you jump on them.
Exactly.
Okay.
So should we roll initiative?
Let's just roll the damage or the attacks and see what happens first.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully this is some semblance of order. I'm just going down the list here. Gremlin, fire your shot.
Oh.
Yeah, 15 plus 3 is 18.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, so that's my crossbow. What's my crossbow do now?
D8 plus dexterity.
D8 plus dexterity?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Eight. Lovely. Plus 3 is 12, 11. I like
Okay.
my math better.
We'll go with 11.
Okay.
All right, Gear, make your shot.
Yeah, I rolled a 9 plus 4 is 13.
That'll hit.
Okay, rolling 8 plus 2 is 10.
Okay, 10 points. Perfect. And then Jessica?
I might as well get a round from Looker and then take my shot. So let's go 17 plus 19.
Okay, that'll hit.
And then damage is 8 plus 6 plus 2, 8.
So it's like surgical precision. All 3 shots hit him in the back, like back to back, and he just drops. Yeah, he doesn't even get a chance to do anything. He just hits the dirt, little puff of dust from when he made it in the ground.
Okay.
I would like
Excellent.
to reload now.
Absolutely.
Me too.
I'll flank to the guys with the rock on symbol. Rock on. And I'll progress another 10 feet forward.
And I'll get my my bolt back as we
Hold
pass
on.
by.
You guys
Go
are playing
for it.
real tight all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, I'm not being alone.
Okay.
I want to get my longsword and then try and keep up with the Looker.
Okay.
Okay.
Where you
So-
still have the torch, right?
Yeah. Okay, now that I'm kind of like into the mouth of this area, could I do another perception?
Yep.
That's 9.
Okay. Like I said, you see all the crystals over here. They are really pretty up close, but they also seem to be glowing strangely. And this pathway here is obstructed by spider webs. Not like evil giant spiders like Skyrim, just spider webs.
Can
And
I
we... Oh, go ahead.
can I try to cautiously walk towards it and burn the spider webs off with my torch?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, you just... And yeah, they go up easy enough.
Do I see anything in there?
You see a path that goes forward this way.
Okay. I say we search this area and then move forward. So
Amen.
I'll
I'm
try
in.
to I'll try to stealth forward.
Okay, make your stealth check.
14.
Yep. Well, you're pretty sure that's good. You can't see anything to know if it's notices you. But
Okay, so I'll come up to here.
Mhm.
I'll do. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Try not to touch the glowing things.
You guys are so
Mhm.
lucky you don't know who Rolo is.
yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
want
have
to
my
detach
longsword
them?
out.
Sorry, there's a question about the glowing crystals.
I'm just trying to caution people: don't touch the glowing things. I don't trust them.
With my longsword out, I'm going to walk up and touch a glowy thing.
Cool. Are you touching with your magic longsword?
Yes.
Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Uh-oh.
I told you.
Do I still get the +1 for that because of the magic?
Nope.
No. So 17 plus dex saving is 2. That's a 19.
Perfect. So the good news is you're taking half damage, not full damage.
Ooh.
The bad news is that you are catapulted basically backwards against the brick or the stone wall of the mine for 5 points of damage.
Whew.
And there's a blinding flash of blue light.
Idiots.
So then,
Yeah. I say the same thing. Idiot.
so I'll cautiously walk around the blue thing now, looking back at Gramland and be like, "Holy fuck!" And can I do a perception check to see what's in this hole here?
Yeah, sure. I think that's a battered crate. It's just an old broken crate.
Oh, okay.
You don't even need.
Is there anything that I see in this area that leads me to believe that it's worth our time to explore a little more?
Not a damn thing.
Okay. I give him the nothing else here, and I'll make my way to the tunnel.
Okay. Can you make me a dex saving throw, please?
Oh man. Saving throw 15.
Perfect. Yeah, as you walk through there, you feel like you, like a tripwire,
Yeah.
and an old tripwire, and you just instinctively cartwheel forward as a set of spears shoot across the gap in the shoulder.
Oh, booby traps.
Ooh.
It's at that moment you
We
remember that
were
no one's checked for traps
warned.
in ages.
Wow, that is a great point. With my heart, with my
Great point
heart,
because it goes right through you.
with my heart sitting in my throat and crap in my drawers, I check forward for traps,
Good call.
and I rolled a 2.
It's probably fine.
Let's go, guys.
I
Gear,
think
take the lead.
Yeah, not a chance. I cannot see in the dark, you stupid elf.
Okay, I'll move forward 5 more feet.
I'm going to take one of my potions now.
Not the worst idea I've ever heard.
Huh?
Not the worst idea I've ever heard.
So do I still roll 2d4s?
2d4s plus 2. Yep.
Oh, exit out of that. 1, 2.
6 plus 2.
6 plus
8.
2, 8. So I'm back to full health. Let's go.
Okay. So then I'll proceed 5 more square feet, and I'll do another perception
Okay.
for another 2.
Cool.
You're pretty confident.
You're getting a bad vibe from this direction, but you're not sure if that's legit or not.
From which direction? Sorry, I was zoomed in.
This
This
side
way.
here.
I try and catch up to Looker. Do I have enough movement for that?
Yeah, we're out of initiative, so you guys can kind of
Okay.
come and move as you see fit.
Okay. So when we get to this area here, we see that there's booby traps and stuff. So if we're gonna go any further, I want to grab some of these pieces of the crate, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna like toss them ahead of us every now and then.
Okay. Just say when and where.
Okay.
Okay.
I smile
Well,
and nod at
I
you.
guess I'm
And
gonna have to get up there to gather an armful of this stuff.
Okay.
I
Stay the
suggest that
hell
you
away
take
from
the
that
lead.
blue stuff.
So which direction are we going?
Does this way look like a path? Is this way a path to the right here?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I think we go down the right side here. We're already right here.
Okay, so should
I
I
got
just
my
like
arrow knocked.
toss a piece from here?
Every 5 feet. Grab
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 10 or so pieces, and walk 5 feet, throw a piece at the ground, walk 5 feet, and every so often do a trap. Like check for traps.
Okay, okay. So I guess whatever, I'll do whatever. What do I got to roll here?
Nothing. You just say you throw it, and yep, it clatters harmlessly to the ground.
Okay, okay. And I'm checking for traps and stuff.
If you're using the throwing approach, you don't have to roll anything, or you can roll perception to try and spot them.
Yeah. Here, I guess rolled a 5, so that's no.
Because I'm behind him, can I roll a perception to see past him?
Sure.
To see if there's any traps or anything along the lines? 15 plus. Where's my perception? So it's just a 15.
Okay. You do see an ominous blue light coming from this pathway, kind of like the wisps, but darker and more powerful.
Okay.
Boys, we gotta
Well,
go
I'm gonna
touch
let
it.
him past me, and I can throw some logs over his shoulder because I'm not going first.
I call him a pussy and I walk in front.
No. I'm bringing up the rear. That's what I always do.
Okay. I'll go 5 more feet and check for traps.
Okay.
Yeah. And I roll a 7 plus 3, so 10.
You don't see any traps. However, you do hear a voice up ahead of you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I whisper to the guys, let's go. I'll move 5 more feet and suggest that Gremlin throws a stick again.
Okay. I throw a stick. It's like, who goes there?
Is this wide enough for us to be walking 2 by 2, or are we single file here?
Single file, I think.
Okay. So then I'll go 5 more feet. And can I check?
Okay. 5 more feet, and you're far enough that you can see into this room.
Can I roll perception?
Sure.
16.
Okay. I would have given you all this information for free, but if you really like your perception checks. So in this room, you see a dark-robed figure who is standing over several of those bundled villagers. They appear to be shaking with a fever like the gentleman you saw earlier, and it sounds like he's casting some manner of spell over these villagers.
Can we see where he's at?
Yeah, you can.
Because I'm so tall, can I see over top of all my companions?
Sure.
And
Why
okay,
not?
I'm just gonna shoot my arrow.
Okay.
Blindly without talking to him?
Oh yeah, I'm just taking them out. This is not good.
I thought you're a watcher, dude.
Nope, taking them out. Murder hobo.
Scary.
Can I try to knock the arrow from midair?
I'm tempted to say no, just
Okay,
because
fair.
that's a hard one to do.
Yep.
I've
You're looking in front of him. You don't see the arrow come from behind.
yeah, it's an attack with disadvantage, and there it goes. 5 plus 4 is 9.
Okay. The arrow clatters harmlessly to the ground as it hits the wall at the back of the room.
If you rolled a 1, you would have shot one of us.
That is also true.
Okay? So now that our
I
cover
was
is
confident.
blown and he probably thinks we're a bad guy, I'm going to take 10 steps forward and yell out, hey, what are you doing?
He begins to levitate
Oh no!
This is not
and
good.
turns around facing you with an ominous blue flame basically flowing from his eyes and a sinister sinister grin is the word I was looking for. When he sees you, his voice booms and he says, "We are legion, for we are many." Raising his arms, 2 of the villagers rip out of their sacks
Yeah.
as these critters. Let's roll some initiative.
Of course, I'm the guy on
Oh.
the frontier.
You're too peaceful, or Nasha.
I got a 9.
I rolled
Go ahead.
a 19.
Sorry?
No, I rolled a 17 plus 2 is 19.
Gear.
Okay.
Oh,
Gear.
I rolled a 4 plus 2.
Sorry, I need names with these.
Gremlin rolled 4 plus 2.
Alright, 6.
Cause
Gear, you had a 19, you said?
Gear had 19, yeah.
Okay. Looker?
Kasha 9.
9. Okay. And Jessica?
16.
16? Okay. So, Gear, you are up first.
Yeah,
This
I'm
dude is
just gonna-
still levitating in the air.
Yeah, I'm taking a second shot at that dude.
Alright. Go for it.
Oh, stupid disadvantage. I would have been creaming this guy.
I hope you don't roll a 1 and shoot us.
No. 7 plus 4 is 11.
Roll
11
again.
does not hit.
Doesn't he have to roll again for disadvantage?
I rolled 2. I
Oh,
rolled a
did you?
19
Yeah, okay.
and a 7.
11 does not hit.
Okay.
Yep. That's my action. Reload.
Okay. Jessica, you're up.
Oh. Do I have enough room to push up beside Looker so then that way we can't be sandwiched in here?
Sure.
Okay. And because I still have my crossbow out, I'm going to try and shoot the levitating guy.
Do it.
That is a 7. That does not hit.
Nope. He just raises a hand and almost backhands the crossbow bolt mid-flight.
I reload my crossbow.
Okay. Casa, you're up.
I will I don't really have much options here. I am going to throw a dart at the guy in the middle.
Okay.
That's an 11 or a 9. So that's 11.
Okay. Was with modifiers?
That's with modifiers.
Does not hit.
Okay, for my bonus action, can I step back?
You can do that as a movement. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll step back to here.
Okay. Gremlin, you're up.
Okay, well, I got my crossbow ready, so what I plan on doing is firing my crossbow, and instead of reloading, I'm going to grab my axe and shield and step forward, I suppose, to about here. And I'm going to loose my bolt at the guy in the middle because everybody seems to get scared of him. So I'm going to roll. An 11 plus 5 is 16.
That's gonna hit.
So what was that? You said a D8 for the hand crossbow?
Yep.
Yeah.
D8 plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay. D8. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. 7 plus. My dexterity is a plus 1. So an 8.
Okay. Yeah, your crossbow like thunks right into him, and right in the shoulder, and his one arm just kind of drops limp, but his facial expression doesn't change at all.
Uh-huh.
I'd recommend reloading your crossbow bolt as a bonus action.
No, he already said he was switching to his axe and shield.
Okay, well, let's do that.
Yeah.
Next up are the hungry ones, who are not going to do anything. They're going to stay right where they are. And then after that is Big Mr. Magic Man, who's going to look at the two dwarves in front of him and fire bolts of magical energy in your direction.
Lovely.
Jessica, he rolls a 19 against your armor class.
That hits.
Okay. For 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
And then Gremlin, he only rolls a 10 against you.
That doesn't hit me.
It hits the wall beside you, and just there's like a little explosion, a little gravel being shot in every direction near you. Then we're back up at the top. So, Gear, you're up.
So I'm still in the poisoned condition. Is there any kind of saving throw that I can have access to? I don't know if Mountain Born helps, but I was adapted to cold climates and high elevations with lower oxygen.
I mean, that is the kind of ridiculous nonsense that I will totally allow. Try re-rolling that.
Love it.
But now, you also said ability checks would have disadvantage, right?
But not saving throws.
Oh, saving throw. Hey, where we go? Okay, Constitution, right?
Yep.
So 9 plus 4 is 13.
13 was the magic number. You are unpoisoned.
Ooh.
All right, I got used to the stink. I can attack normally.
You've gone nose blind to it.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
In total?
Yeah, 5 plus 4.
Oh. The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Yeah.
He's too happy to breathe.
So I'll shoot, miss, and reload.
Okay. Jessica, you're up.
Can I try the same bullshit he just tried, except with an elven background?
Well, we can argue about it when it's your turn, but it's Jessica up
Oh,
first.
Motherfucker.
I thought you said Jessica, for the record.
Because my crossbow, I did reload my crossbow, right? Yeah. I'm going to try and hit him again.
Sorry, can we just backtrack? Why did Looker assume I was talking about him when he thought I said Jessica?
We all
Doesn't he
secretly
tell
know
us
what he
they're
does on
looking?
the weekends.
That was kind of what I was wondering.
No comprende, senor? No comprende?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing there, Dingy.
So 9, 11.
11 does not hit. Sorry.
Oh, we
Okay.
so suck.
I am going to use my second wind.
Probably not the worst idea.
That one's a 10.
Okay.
4 plus 1, 5.
Okay.
That counts as my bonus action, right? I can't reload my crossbow?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, Cassie, you're up.
Oh, me. Oh, thank you. Can I try the same bullshit he did?
No.
Okay.
There's actually a mechanical reason why he argued that he was adapted to high altitudes. There is not one for elves.
I've been hanging around with Gremlin for the last week. I should have some.
True
Not
that.
enough. It's not enough for you that these bitey guys aren't coming after you, huh?
I could dream, Kenny. Okay.
Okay.
Then I will throw a dart from the back here.
Okay.
13 plus so 15 and 11.
11, really? It's your dexterity.
My 12.
There you go. 12's the magic number.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey,
My
very
man.
well.
Okay, so I will throw I'll throw my dart
Do it.
What was the magic number? 12?
12, yeah.
for 5 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just hurl it and try to pin his foot to the. Oh, he's floating. I'm gonna try to pin his
floating.
foot to the floor and just hit him in the foot.
Okay. Yeah, your dart goes right through his foot. His foot is hanging limply as he levitates.
Yeah.
Gremlin, you're up. Oh wait, Looker, were you gonna do anything with your bonus action?
There's nothing I can do.
Okay.
How much damage did that do? Sorry, I missed that.
The dart?
Yeah.
5.
You said
Or-
5 damage. A D4
5 damage?
plus. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Gremlin's up. Okay, so I'm gonna dash forward here, and
Those guys
keep
aren't
my
even
shield
fighting.
straight forward, and then over top my shield comes my my axe, and I'm gonna try to cleave him in two.
Which one? The biter or the magic dude?
The biter. I figure if he's shooting magical energy at two of us, I'm gonna split him up there. So I mean, it's we shouldn't necessarily be bunching up against that attack.
I think you're
So-
pissing him off, but yeah.
So anyway, here I'm going to roll a 14 plus a 19.
That'll hit.
All right. Okay. So I'm rolling a D8. That's this one. Oh, okay. So a 3 plus 2 plus 3 is 8. 8.
Okay. 8 points of damage. Yeah, you dig your axe into him, but looks still like he's got a fair bit of energy.
Uh-huh.
And it's his turn next.
Lovely.
He is going to return the favor. But he rolls a 2.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, I saw that coming.
yeah.
What he's going to roll. He does not roll a 2. He rolls a 19.
I'm 20.
Oh, all right then. You managed to just get your shield up and kind of deflect him off to the side.
Down.
And then Magic
Nice.
Boy is now going to aim at Jessica, and I guess you can see Gear in the background firing at him now too. So Jessica, he only rolls a 2 against you,
Let's go, Mrs. Me.
and Gear, he rolls a 19 plus 23
Oh, yeah, that hits.
for 7 points of damage as this beam just cracks you in the chest.
Ooh.
And it feels like
7
being hit with like a great hammer in the middle of the chest.
7 points, eh?
Yeah. On the upside, you're up next.
Yeah. So, how far away is he?
Oh, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet, give or take.
Yeah, I'm going to rush him with my quarterstaff instead of the bow,
Do it.
and I'm going to stay a little bit on the other side
Oh,
of him.
sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. And in comes the big heavy staff.
Beat him like he owes
Oh.
you money.
Jeez, Murphy. 3 plus. Yeah, it doesn't. It whiffs.
Oh, that's sad. Okay.
I am going to, for my bonus action, also use second wind and roll
Okay.
roll a d10, and that is a 3 plus stuff. 3 plus
Fighter level
1.
for second wind.
2 plus 1, so 4. I gain 4 of my points back. So
Okay. Jessica, you're up.
How high is he levitating?
Just like, a foot off the ground.
Okay. So I'm going to bring out my longsword and I'm just going to charge straight at him and try and pierce him straight through the heart.
Do it.
5. So for this one, I add my strength because I'm using my longsword, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that would be not enough. Still 9.
5
well,
plus your
it's
strength
5 plus
your
strength,
proficiency.
Oh, 5, 9. Proficiency is 2.
and then plus 1.
So 5, 9, 11, 12.
Plus 1.
12 hits.
Yeah.
That's the
Let's
number.
go.
Magic sort of go.
Yeah. It's been
Yes,
saving
sir.
me. And then damage, it is 8.
Okay. Well, he's not exactly the most durable character ever. So, yeah, your little dwarven ass comes charging in out of nowhere, and you, like, Superman punch him, but with a sword right through his chest. And, like,
Let's go.
he falls out of the sky and lands on his little altar there. As he lies there bleeding out, the blue flame in his eyes kind of dies out, and you see him his eyes darting around frantically. Can you make me an insight check, please?
That's me.
Yes.
Okay. +2. Let's go. 8.
An 8. He looks kind of lost, like he doesn't know where he is. And then he just kind of gives up the ghost and is dead.
We missed something.
Yeah, 100%.
These two guys are going to try and skitter away. I don't know if you guys want to stop them, but they're basically trying to beat
Opportunity
Do we have
attacks.
any opportunity attacks as they go?
Let's see here. Gremlin will get one, and Gear will get one.
All right.
Okay, well, the one that I'd already previously tried to hit there.
Mhm.
Oh, a 14 plus 5 is a 19.
That'll hit.
So a D8 is a 6 plus 2 is a 8 plus 3 is 11.
Okay.
My math is supposed to be a 12.
All right, and Gear, your attack?
Okay, and he didn't go down, right?
Nope, he kept on running.
I would have tried to take him down at least.
Okay.
So I roll 18 plus 5 is a 23 to hit,
Absolutely hits.
and 10 plus 3, 13 damage.
All right, that one drops. The second one, because you both used your reaction to opportunity attack, you don't get opportunity attack against him, and he just continues off, and you don't know where he ends up, but he keeps going.
Is there any chance I could have got him with my grapple as he ran by?
Not really. You have to be in melee range for
Yeah.
opportunity attacks.
Totally fair.
But we are out of initiative.
Okay.
Well,
Now we got a runner who just left the room. I want to take a quick scan of that altar and see if there's anything of importance
You
looking
gotta
stuff.
look all over the room real good. Yeah, so
But
Okay. So yeah, there's the
I'm not
altar.
finding anything.
There's a, for lack of a better word, a little chalice, and inside of it is one of these crystals, but a larger one, and it's giving off this bright blue light.
Don't touch it, and I mean it this time.
Can I check the blue guy?
The wizard?
Yeah.
Or the caster? Yeah. He has nothing. He's wearing his robes, but he has no gold, no food, no staff, no wand, no arcane focus.
Is he a human?
He appears to be a human, yes.
does he look like one of the villagers?
He does not. I mean, I guess there's really no way to. You don't know the villagers that well, but he's
He
not
look like
dressed
the
like
guy
a
down
villager.
below.
Does he look foreign compared to the villagers?
Slightly, yeah. His robes
These-
look a little bit nicer.
These two ghoulies, they popped out of the same kind of sack that the other humans were in the other room, right?
Yes, they did.
Well,
So they're
damn
being
it, I want to
transformed.
go on a slaughter fest and kill them all quick.
Are there any more sacks in here?
Nope, just the two that the ghouls sprung out of.
Well, if we're coming across any more of these things, we gotta like mow them down.
Yeah, we gotta start hitting the sacks.
Does this cube look like it has a purpose to us?
The altar?
Yeah.
You would make me an Arcana check.
8.
You would imagine it somehow is involved in whatever spell he was trying to cast.
Was he holding
Yeah.
up a book, casting a spell, or was he when we came in? Was he holding a book, reading a spell, or was he just reading or saying a spell?
He was just reciting.
Just reciting. Damn.
It does strike you as a little bit odd they didn't have a staff or a wand or anything, but
Okay, I think that cup is very interesting, and if we can make it out of here alive, we should be showing people this thing with the crystal inside. I would like to take a small sack or something that I have, and with my staff, I'll kind of just push it into the sack.
okay. Yeah, it goes into the sack. Nothing interesting happens. Just boop.
Fine, yeah. Is there anything else, like a book or pages of anything?
Nope.
I think we should
Is that
take. Go ahead.
make haste?
No,
I think we should get out of here.
I think
No,
we
let's
should take
get
this.
Let's get the flock out of here.
I think this is an important clue.
Yeah, I think we take the body with us, even if we have to drag it.
No, I want to take this.
That
Yeah,
is
No,
what
he just put into
I
the
just put it
yeah.
in
He
my
just put
sack.
that into his
Oh,
bag.
okay, yeah.
and I tied it to my belt. It's on my side.
Are we
Okay.
hunting? Are we hunting that zombie then, or that thing?
I don't know if we'll catch it.
I think we should just get the flock out of here.
Okay.
If we come across any of these cocoons on our way out, slap them the fuck down. But we're getting out of here. We're going back.
Can I check
Remember-
for traps down this pathway?
Why don't we just come back the way that we came?
Let's
That
explore.
sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay.
Quick question for you, Looker.
Yeah.
Are you guys on time constraints for streaming?
I'm not.
I'm not.
I should get to bed soon myself.
Well, if you guys will allow me to do some time skipping, I can kind of move you along if you like.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Either way,
Sure.
I'll work with the party.
Okay. If you folks are okay with it, I'm going to suggest you probably found what you were looking for
Okay.
and could probably return to Ravenhurst to
Okay.
claim your reward.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
Oh.
Would this be considered as a short rest?
Well, I'll tell you what. You guys are going to get a fair amount of time to rest on the way back. So yeah.
So we're all back to max health.
Yeah. So you guys are going to make it back to Ravenhurst. No
Okay.
problemo. Where Lord Etzel is actually going to hold a feast in your guys' honor.
Woo!
Yeah,
Hey.
you guys are rested. You guys are healed. You're discussing your pay. If you guys remember the healer, Lucian, who brought you back from being mostly dead,
Yes, thank you, thank you.
he is at that dinner as well. While you are talking to Lord Etzel, Lucian, who is holding a tray, just kind of drops the tray and it clatters, and he kind of doubles over out of nowhere.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's not good.
He begins to levitate with a familiar blue light
Oh damn.
Oh.
to emanate off of him.
Oh man.
He turns to you and in an eerily familiar voice says, "We are legion, for we are many." And as if on command, ghouls start pouring into the building, coming in from the front.
Can I smash that altar that
mean
we
the-
just brought in?
You guys brought in the crystal and the chalice, but you can if you want.
Do I need to roll for it?
As long as Gear's okay with you taking it off his belt, he's currently wearing it, I think.
Yeah, do it. I'm not going to resist.
19, so 21.
Yeah, you smash that crystal to pieces. Blue wisps flying everywhere, and it seems to make absolutely no difference.
Yeah, I was hoping it would have. I was hoping that would have fixed Buddy there.
They're all over the place. Lord Etzel beats feet and runs. Adrena there beats feet and runs. This poor schmuck, the guy who hired you for this job, gets mauled to death by these things. And you hear some of the servants are like yelling, like, "Run for the back door! Run for the back door!" And they're all beating it. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, well. Yeah, let's. I mean, these are just what we see in the room coming after us. Are there windows?
Yep.
I say we fight our way out.
Yeah, let's fight our way out and try and escape.
All right.
Can I suggest to everybody that we kind of like back our way into a corner so none of us get.
So a couple of them ran away already. We're following them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should. For example, if I gotta move this.
Well, the door is this way, so we'd have to go either this door on the left or the door on the right.
Yeah, I think we would be trying to exit out the building through a big window here. If we could all get out the window, because if they're coming in from this side, there's going to be more out there.
If you fit, we all fit.
Make
Yeah.
us a home, giant boy.
I will dive through the window.
Okay. Make me an athletics check. Let's see how well this goes.
Athletics.
Come on, Kool-Aid man.
Oh, that's a 15.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you smash the window and a good chunk of the wall with you on the way through. And tumble out into the courtyard of the mansion.
Okay, I'll follow behind him and try to do the same thing, but in a much cooler fashion.
Uh-huh. Okay. Make me an acrobatics check. Let's see how cool this is.
12.
Okay, yeah. It looks nice. You stick the landing.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just trying to see if I can outdo them, so I'm going to follow them too.
All right.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm going myself, so I guess we're all doing athletics checks.
Oh, I failed miserably. 8.
I did an 18 rolled, so it's like what is my athletics there? Hold on. We gotta go back to the picture. Athletics is +3, so 21.
Okay, yeah. You do like a standing long jump and somehow get past gear.
Okay.
And Jessica gets an 8.
Nice. You guys all managed to make it out of the building. That's the important part.
Okay,
Now-
stick together.
Okay.
We should be running away from the building, away from danger.
Towards the back.
We're
that-
outside now, right?
Yeah, but the people inside the house said they run towards the back. There's a way to get out the back.
Yeah.
So you lead
Yeah,
the way.
but
We'll follow.
Okay, what do I perceive any more of these ghoulies outside?
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Oh.
If you'll give me a moment to exposit,
Way
as
more
you
than we can
exit the
handle.
main hall and enter the courtyard, you see ghouls pouring into the courtyard, easily numbering in the hundreds.
Whew.
Hundreds.
We're not getting out of this alive, boys. We're
They are
taking as
mauling-
many as they can come. I
They
get
are
my.
mauling any and everything that crosses their path.
No.
A silvery mist begins to billow over the courtyard towards the manor, obscuring your view of the carnage. All you're left with are the screams of the people of Ravenhurst and the sounds of countless feet shuffling, drawing nearer. In your head, you hear the last words of Edsel's nephew Edaven when he said, "They are Legion."
Aha.
And that's where we're going to end it.
Ah.
Oh, it's getting so spicy. I can't wait for next week.
Alrighty, folks. That was a lot. I apologize. That was a hard one for you guys.
Beautiful. Loved it.
Oh, it's all good. I loved
that
it.
was-
Yeah.
That was great. We all stayed standing. That was amazing.
I
That's
stayed
true.
standing. That's the amazing part.
First game, you guys all keep
We
stay
didn't
standing.
stay standing. We all got knocked down at the end.
Well, yeah, there was no surviving that one.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think you're taking on hundreds of these things and coming out.
Okay.
Didn't sound like it.
I guess we'll see what happened next week.
My man. Well, thank you very much, guys. It's been an absolute slice. Yeah. Next week, new faces,
No.
new places.
Sounds like a plan, folks.
Thank you very
Looking
much.
forward to it.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Good night, man.
See you all next week.
Later, guys.
See you next week.
You still in here, Looker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here.
You want to
Uh,
raid out to the Cyclops guy?
Yeah, I'm definitely in. I'll
Okay.
watch the VODs. I'll make sure that they're up there, Jink. Just give me about 5 minutes. And I'll make sure that they're posted up there.
How do you post VODs?
If you haven't turned it off where they auto-publish, they will just auto-publish. If not, you have to go into your
Oh, yeah.
content and then go into your VODs and then publish them there.
Yeah.
Jink, mine aren't set to auto-publish.
And mine do, but the whole thing's getting put onto YouTube. We're going to make a series out of all of this. Lame. Come on,
No, she's
friend.
talking about me not auto-posting them.
Yeah.
It's because I play copyrighted music sometimes, so when that's being played, I don't want it to just auto go through.
Okay.
I don't want to get in trouble for it.
You ready to go, Dingy?
3,
2.
2.
Thanks for being here,
1.
guys. Go.
Well, you still have a 5-second countdown from there. Thanks for everybody coming out. Had a wonderful evening, and Jink, the VOD will be posted here in about 2 minutes. Later, everyone. Signing mine now, Looker.
Yeah. Mine's in.
Oh, I 4 sent mine.